Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Temptations of Ait'seh with What Team Comp. I am your host, the Uncommon Guru, with my fine fellows in playing Dungeons and Dragons. Because we have a good time here, as you've all seen from the times before where we've run across all sorts of stuff, eh?
Okay, Drew, can you do me a favor now, as you say, we have fun here. I want you to play the graveyard scene with Alex. I want you to play the PTSD scene with Shuffle. Not Shuffle, Cheshire. I want you to just go through every depressing moment we've had. We've had fun here.
Nah. If people have been keeping up with us, they'll know. They'll know.
Hell no!
They'll put the a link to the press X to doubt meme, or they'll just say press X to doubt, or they'll just press X to doubt.
We've legitimately named episode. I thought D&D was supposed to be.
D&D's supposed to be fun. I didn't need all these emotional scars.
Soon enough, we'll probably have another depressing episode in Sorcerer and Secret.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't worry.
I'm just waiting to see what. I'm waiting to see what kills Mordecai first, the enemies or Paris.
We'll see. But right here we're in Temptations of Ait'seh, where you got your good boy Boo. So no worries about that yet.
Okay, I hit that right. Okay, we gotta get ready for the high note.
Okay, let's do it.
So, when we last left off, you guys had been making your way through the country of Tamdov. A long way from home, but you've been trying to track down a group of nobles who had supposedly created not nobility, but positions of power where they really shouldn't have had any sort of authority to do so, moving from Halo into Tamdov. After making your way through the mountain range and eventually arriving at a nice little town, you found out that they had indeed made their way here, and in doing so, they had caused a disturbance by creating a vampire out of one of the young men, who had then gone about kidnapping his best friend and subjecting him to be forcibly kept underground and guarded by some sort of fiendish creature. After they'd taken care of some of that, they'd also had to take care of another fiend, a creature that had sat upon Virdrik's chest, and after taking care of him, he's now a little bit sprier, a little bit more on his feet, and a little bit happier. Steps forward. Baby steps.
It's going from fuck the world to fuck most of the world.
Yes.
Pretty
Now,
much.
after going back to their inn, they found out that the inn had been selectively placed with little tokens. Tokens that unfortunately had negative energy pulsating off of them. Something that was supposed to disturb those who were around them. Deciding to try and cast a spell magic or remove curse on them to remove that as soon as possible. You guys have buried them in the backyard where they're away from creatures, people, all the above. And it's up for you.
Alright, so let's go pick them up and let me finish my magic.
Yeah, weren't you? Wait, but Bo was
Huh?
trying to do something before we left, right?
I got rid of 3 of them. I didn't have enough spells to get rid of the rest.
And then we did a long rest, essentially, so that you could get rid of the other 3.
We did. We did a long rest.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys went to bed and you guys had made a leap to bury it in the backyard to keep it away from things, which, from what you can tell, that should be good enough.
Also, I think we need to have a conversation about something.
Hmm?
Which is, I don't think we can afford to help any people right now. Like, I don't know if we can afford to stop at the next city if they've done something else really bad and
To
they've
keep up?
left from that city. We have like if we keep following the trail and fixing their mistakes that they've done, we'll never catch up.
We will have to take care of them on the way back.
Exactly. Because if we keep doing like we need to stop the mistakes before they happen instead of fixing them, and then more mistakes keep happening. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I've been saying that as well.
Yes.
Unless it's like end of the world type stuff, because then it's like we gotta stop a little.
Hold on.
I really hope it's not, but like if it is,
The things that they're doing are getting progressively worse.
how long until Daredevil becomes the Punisher? 3 seasons. If anyone got that fucking reference, claps off to you.
We need it. We need to head straight to Ivory Hills.
Agreed.
Yeah, I always wanted to be there.
Done. Do I anything about? Wow, I'm missing
English.
a word.
Do you anything?
Do I know anything about Ivory Hills? In regard to what I should and should
only what you've been
should not
told.
avoid.
Ooh, what do I know about Ivory Hills?
I asked because it's like, should I know
No.
about where to move
This is
away and
Tamdov.
where to not?
This is Tamdov. You're from Kermundum.
Fair enough.
This is my neck of the woods. Yeah. Too bad I'm shit at geography.
Is there any?
Roll
Is
a
there
history
anything I
check.
can?
Bo didn't say that,
For
by the way. Bo
you,
doesn't curse.
I'd say you can roll one with disadvantage. Tamdov's
me?
not a place that you've been to a lot. No. Butters, you
Okay.
can roll just a straight one.
Yeah.
History check, you said?
Yes.
7.
At
It's
disadvantage.
a little bit
Yeah,
out of your
this is
neck
not
of the
gonna-
woods, so it's DM rolled, but that's a 4.
Yeah.
The last time you were here was probably when you were in your 30s. So
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Well then,
Long time ago.
just a
Yeah.
while ago.
that
Group.
was
Yeah.
literally over.
9. I used guidance.
Sits down.
9.
9.
Sits down by the campfire. Let me tell you a story, kids.
Let me tell you a tale, children.
Now you listen here, young sons of guns.
That was
But yes.
over 200 years ago.
What do I get with the 9?
With a 9, the best you've heard is that you've heard only a vague rumor from a traveler, and that was essentially a case of telling a kid a ghost story almost, where you're not really sure how valid it was, since the person seemed to be doing it for his own amusement. Like he was like, "Oh, if you go to Ivory Hills, oh, you better watch your back." Like clearly he
Good or
was giving a little bit more superstition to it than it needed to
True.
play with the kids. Yeah.
I'll behold my necklace again and I'll cast augury,
All right.
believing that the people we're looking for is in the Ivory Hills.
Okay. It does state that it's within the next 30 minutes. Just
I'll
reminder.
do that once we start moving.
Yeah, well, no, you can do it as you're beginning to start moving, so you're making the decision to go towards Ivory Hills, and you're asking
Yeah.
if, even just starting the trek is going to be good. You rub your hands together, throw them down, and as they fall into place, there's an uncertainty. It's not giving you a wheel woe, it's giving you just the blankness. It's a decision.
Nothing.
Going there could be good or bad, but it's not giving a strong wheel or strong woe. It is just indifferent.
I'm not getting anything from this.
Well, don't
By the way, we're just saying,
reinvent their wheel. Okay.
Do you want me to say I just used my 3 slots to get rid of the other 3?
Yeah, just to speed it up.
A social call.
There's a nice dwarf there. Knocks on her door, opens door, they look at each other. Wow, 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 wow.
Her 87 children look at her at the dinner table like she's insane.
If only.
Don't talk to me or my sons and daughters ever again.
Oh god.
I also meant to ask Dawn.
Yes.
If we were staying overnight, then, is there a way to? You said before that there is someone he trusts in the church, right?
Yes. You can write a letter to send it to them. I'll actually give you the name real quick.
Oh,
'Cause
awesome.
that was-
yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
I just didn't hit enter on that. That was my bad.
Rip.
Which means that probably deleted itself because I had to. Of
yeah.
course it did.
Fuck you.
Fuck father. Fuck father.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this name. Oh, okay.
Hold on. I'll give you a few other details as well.
Oh,
Their
sweet.
name is Calvin.
Oh.
Calvin of all names. Would you pick that, Butters?
What? Sorry, what?
I said, why Calvin of all names?
Why
would you
not?
pick that
Calvin's a
one,
good
Butters?
name.
I'm just curious.
Calvin Klein.
Why
Listen.
not?
Stop that.
Why
Okay.
not Calvin?
That was primarily why I was wondering why you picked it. This is what NPR
What?
just said. Calvin
I mean-
Klein.
Why not Calvin?
Yay.
Alright, let's get on the road. Yuck.
Please God tell me that's how he says yeah.
He said yuck.
I know.
The casual yuck. Let's get on the road. Yuck.
Casually he yucks.
Yeah. Yeah, Kalia be on the cart pretty early.
How many days travel would it be to Ivory Hills from here?
From where you currently are, it'd be about a week
Yeah.
and a half.
Oh, a week and a half. Oh,
Yay.
okay. Do we know if there's any towns in between?
There are
Here
a
and
few
there?
that you can kind of sidle off to.
If
Okay.
we need to get like supplies, food-wise, I can just hunt for the group. It's fine.
You can also
Yeah.
do that.
One of the days, Guru, I will also just take sending, and I will cast it and send a message to Jehone. And I was like, "Oh, hey there, my this is Bo." That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
You are the guy that's making me that ring. How is that coming along? Yuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking link noises.
I'm
that-
still finishing the finishings on it. It should be done in a few weeks. I'd say end of 2 weeks at earliest.
Nice 20 words. Alright. Got it.
As far as the message I want to send, can I also just let him know to reply to whatever town I should be at by the time his reply comes in?
You can also send it. Well, yeah, you can send him. You can just let him know that he can contact you. He was higher up than you were, and so he has access to a few other things than you have at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let him know where I plan. We can stuff accordingly then.
Oh my god.
And I'll send one more, Guru. He's sending it to Verana. And if you don't remember who that is, because just randomly bringing it up, I'll DM it to you.
Please.
That.
What?
Yeah, I figured that was the person, but you're
Yeah,
gonna
he just
cast
cast
sending,
sending.
or okay.
Yeah. Hi, it's Bo. I'm still alive. I just wanted to say I'm trying to help people, and I'm not sure if it was your doing, but I hope you have a very nice life. That's it.
Okay. Let me check out something real quick about sending real quick. Sending. The creature hears the message in his mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately. Okay. Bo? The fuck?
Not.
You're still alive? We thought you're alive? That's great to hear. What happened? People thought you drowned. You're supposed, and I think that's 25 words, so that's off there.
Can I insight the disembodied voice in my head?
Sure.
It's like the disembodied. I'm crying.
19.
It's shocked for certain. The tone of it definitely sounds as though hearing from you is like it's like if you met someone and you had been let me put it this way. If you went and you met with someone who went to a funeral that had no body, and then all of a sudden that person just showed up and you just see them across the way and they just say hi to you and then walk away, it's the sputtering of what? What?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Okay. There are, again, as I said, a few towns along the way.
Don't.
Yes, Paris.
I'm gonna try something between the towns.
Okay.
If I try to speak to the patient, do I still get the same interference?
As soon as you're out of the town, you're doing your own thing. You after you get to a later day, you try and give the little message, and as soon as he starts picking it up, you all of a sudden just hear, "Oh, thank all that is good upon this good, I'd say, blooded world." Hello, finally, are you all right?
It works.
Yes, it works. You had some interference on your end.
It's a fucking town. I just see in the bottom corner fucking Matt say my hand now. Like I broke it all. Great. It's gonna sound weird. Wait here.
All right.
You technically no, you can't move.
No,
Wait
I
here.
can't.
It's just she can move Arcus. She's done it before.
Arcus, follow her.
God damn it. I'll gesture to Deem to come over.
It comes out of Arcus' mouth, and Arcus just there's like a clear "I'm not moving." She's playing a joke on you. All right, so you call who over?
Zadim.
Okay. Arcus is just kind of looking at you, Zim. Curious, a little faint glow to his eyes. Might be the night vision.
We're idea in stealth games, and I don't know how it always works out for.
I think the best. Okay, so me and my friends discussed something that made me fucking laugh my ass off. It was actually, excuse me, it was on NPR and Matt, I believe, and I don't know if you were there, Butters. We talked about Yi and how one of his skins is like big purple glowing eyes, and how it's so creepy to just have those turn on in the dark. And I'm like, just think about it this way: his eyes just turned on. He just painted a big ass glowing bullseye for someone to just shoot him in the head.
Yes,
Boom.
you said that,
Headshot.
but game, yes.
I cannot remember if you were there. I'm sorry, my memory is bad.
I was there.
You don't know when you lurk and when you don't.
So you call Zadim over.
Madrino!
Yes, I am here.
So, you remember how I got you arrested for trying something?
Yes, I do remember this.
Oh, he's the one. Oh, he's a lot more handsome than I expected.
I...
What? I'm allowed to look? Just
Does this sound
watch.
like Marcus, or does
No,
this sound
Arcus has more of like the hey, how you doing kind of voice. This is a oh my kind of voice, and it is
Oh,
very
boy.
obviously
It's like George the
female. It is very obviously female.
This is the person I was trying to summon.
Ah, this is your patron.
A pleasure.
You have no
I-
hands to shake it.
No,
I'm
I
a little
don't.
bow at the waist.
Arcus does a little inclination of the head, which is probably from her, as far as you can tell.
It is nice to finally meet you,
And you
so
as well.
to speak.
Trust me, when I'm in a place that won't have you, well, either running for the hills or wishing to go back, I'll make sure to have a more proper speak with you.
Fair
Can I
enough.
insight that?
She sounds like you're
Should
being honest.
I
You,
It's
that's up to
not-
you.
It's not. I'm not thinking it's a lie. I'm
Right.
thinking it's Auntie trying to get down and dirty.
Oh, roll an insight check.
I rolled a 20.
I don't know why you're DM rolling these rolls,
I
but
don't
okay.
either. I don't either.
I will insight real quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 10!
Zadim, she sounds like she's an absolutely lovely lady.
Mhm,
Naivara, you're not sure. It's one of those she could totally be trying to hit on him sort of things, but at the same time, is she? Yeah.
So Navarre just very faintly goes, and just makes like a gagging noise.
Oh please, when you're my age, you'll understand.
I don't think I'll hit that age.
Not with that attitude.
I
you
feel-
won't.
I feel like this aunt is just Meg.
Meg turned into a fae.
What? He's tall, dark, and handsome. I can look.
She was so stubborn to stay alive that she just turned into a fae. Oh god. And I'm assuming you mean what I could do, that thing that Mom does. And just literally take them to where you are.
So
Am I getting a dirty look?
she kind of just rolls her eyes. If you want to come to where I currently am, you can always come by. But I'd say that the last time I talked to you, I warned you that you wouldn't wish to mess with the tempests I was facing.
What temp? You're double speaking.
No, I'm speaking very plainly, actually.
What do you mean by tempest then?
Tempests.
Like
Elder
literal-
tempests. Roll a nature check.
Thank you. Look, I'm like, so I don't know what the fuck that is.
You really don't. Do I know, actually?
You as well.
Yes!
Wow!
Opposite ends of the spectrum. You think that she's just pulling your leg, Naivara? Like, come on, Auntie. You can't just as soon as you hear her phrase it more clearly as an elder tempest, you are actually aware of these things. Not intimately at all, of course, but the Storm Ranger has stories and tales that you grew up with, and so you're just more aware of it, more. What's the right way of phrasing it?
Don't know.
I know. I'm trying to think.
Word, maybe.
Forgive me. I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase it, and my mind is just completely pulling a blank.
I think the word aware works.
Yes, aware is a good word for it. Thank you, Paris. I knew someone
You
would help
just
me with
used
the word.
it. That's why.
Okay, so apparently I was smarter than I thought, and then I went back and thought, wait, did I say the right word? So thank you.
You're smart.
Listen, I'm smart. I can be that smart, but sometimes I'm too smart and I overthink things. Listen, all right.
Stop flexing.
I'm not flexing. That's me. That's me, like smacking my own head.
No, this is him rambling. Anyway.
Yes, they are formed of clouds, wind, rain, lightning, serpentine creatures that the Storm Ranger either attempts to herd away from coming into the material plane and causing just destruction upon the world as lances of lightning rain down, as well as to make sure that he can harness some of that energy to, or sorry, not he, they, my apologies, they are able to round up some of that energy to then give back to the world as some of the more violent storms that are needed upon the world.
Could you send me those deets just so I have them on file, please?
Of course. So
Anyway, while you do that, I have to be right back real fast.
no worries.
Real fast.
If you, yeah, I'll send them to you later. No worries. You do know that these creatures are not malevolent creatures. They just do. They're elementals. But that being said, they're pretty dangerous, and her saying, I don't want to bring you here to protect you, is 100% valid.
That is very fair.
At least one of you understands. We're waiting on her to get back.
While we're waiting, I'm gonna actually Bo's gonna walk up and introduce an idea to
Oh.
Claire. You know how you got them real shiny things on your fist?
The what?
Them real shiny things you got on your fist there.
Real shiny things.
Theoretically shiny. And he just taps the gauntlets.
Yeah.
I had a concept.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
What?
Why did I come back to him screaming out of concept?
I have a concept, he said.
Oh.
He's like, what if we could get those gauntlets to catch lightning and then use the lightning to hit other people with that said lightning?
Has Bo just walked up?
I
was talking
have
to Khalid.
thought of that about that before. It'd take a lot of work, though.
I have the generation. I have the
to.
ability to generate the lightning.
Yeah, it's just that it took me like years to make this armor the way it is, and I'm gonna have to like refit it and everything. It'll take a long time,
I'm so.
but yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, if you ever need the generation of a storm randomly, I'm here to help.
I could just be a big lightning rod.
Oh my god.
That feel when lightning rains down and you're just like, this is fine.
I'm so confused on what a tempest is, dude.
Um,
Well, in character, out of character.
in character, right over your head, and Zadim's just like, I appreciate your, doing, this to protect us, and she said,
Bright,
at least one of you
confused green
understands.
eyes.
At least one of you understands. Don't worry, dear. I'll do a drawing of it for when you actually get back. I've actually been trying to make murals of all four. One of them is going to be exceptionally difficult to actually get a good rendition of without it actually destroying all things living around it. But then again, what's a phoenix to do?
You're mocking me.
Mocking you, poking fun at the fact that your mother didn't actually tell you more information about it. I mean, to be fair, that's
I mean,
not
in
my
terms
fault.
of, I'll even draw you a picture. She
Oh
picks
no,
up
I
Arcus's
actually,
body.
I've actually been doing that. When you get home, you'll actually get to see one of the ones I've seen before.
Has Mom been with you doing this?
No, I asked her if she wanted to, and she was all for it. Granted, she
Dad
did
stopped it,
realize that after a little bit that there was obvious danger to it. But you know, what's a little life without a little danger?
No fun.
Well, to me, nothing. To a mother with
See?
4 children.
Oh, your father could be convinced eventually. No magics, promise. Just, I was, well, I'm going to be bringing
Curious?
him back a few things.
Oh, you bribed him.
I didn't bribe him.
Squinting eye.
But I don't have to bribe him. He knows that I'm strong enough to assist.
Bribery! Who actually doesn't outright just, like, deny it. She hugs Arcus's body. I just had to do this because finally there's no interruption, and while I would, you know, tempted to introduce you to the group, I'm scared Virdrick might actually have a heart attack if he sees Arcus talking in a second voice.
I feel like you can't afford it now.
Oh, your
Oh,
friend?
speaking of Auntie,
Hmm.
do you know what a Passanti is?
Why?
Oh, that
Because we had to kill one.
Interesting.
You remember how I told you that the gnome was really bitter and rude and just an all-around asshole? Yeah, I'm thinking that was about 65% of the problem.
Well, 65.
Well, I mean, he's still an asshole, but he's less of one.
It's true.
By the way, he thought you apparently were a fiend.
What?
He thought that you were a fiend.
Oh. Oh my goodness. No, no. Oh my goodness.
So the question is do they just suddenly hear that hyena-like laugh?
Aren't you guys like away from us?
Yeah.
She's
Super
not
away.
horribly far. She just went behind a tree of like maybe 50, 60 feet.
Bo's probably been accidentally listening to this entire conversation.
Accidentally, because he's got hyper passive.
High-ass passive.
He has a high passive, and he's sadly nosy, but he really doesn't want to be.
Oh, there is, I mean, one more person that I would like you to meet if you can have time.
I have time. Your mother's not in dire straits at the moment. Kind of like you hear like there's like a faint pause, and you see Arcus like turn their head and then look back to you.
Are you beside Mom?
No, she's over there. She like makes a motion, then she's on the other side of the room.
Tell her I said hi.
She said hello. She said don't fuck the gnome. What? He sounds like he was
What?
being very rude to you. Unless he changes his attitude, he don't fuck the gnome.
Got her ass.
Okay,
What?
first of
What?
all, just because I'm considering it does not mean that I want to.
Oh.
Second of all, the
Bo
highest
looks
chance of
Virdrick. You see Bo look very confused.
second of all,
Am I accidentally hearing any of this?
What's your passive perception?
Let me
I'm
check.
at like 12.
I think Kalir is oblivious to this. Like,
You were completely
Claire is
oblivious, yes.
blissfully oblivious.
Can't
Yeah.
really hear
Wait.
it. You know, just
What was
kind
I
of
looking
just
for
doing
again?
her own thing.
Your passive should be underneath your ability checks.
Oh, yeah, it's just 11.
Yeah, no, you don't hear it.
Yeah, Bo's is
Okay,
23.
good.
This is why all of this is happening.
Yeah, you need a passive perception of 20.
Yeah, good. I don't
Second
think
of
I
all-
want him to hear any of this.
Like you just see him suddenly looking very confused.
Second of all, if we're gonna be
Is not
blunt
paying
here,
attention.
then the highest chance of anyone getting screwed in this fucking group is him, and she'll hold her thumb out to Zadim. Again, if we're being blunt here.
Black man blushes.
I just imagine Sajin looking. Man, we can't hear you. I see him talking, but he ain't talking.
He ain't being heard, is what you mean.
I know what I said.
Paris, bitch, I know what I said. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Mad, back out and come back in. My tooth hurts like hell. Eh.
See.
I don't know why, but I thought you said Daisy.
Alright, how about now?
There
Yes.
we go.
Hey.
Good to know where I stand, I suppose.
What? Literally tall, dark, and handsome. Literally.
This is the same face I see in the mirror every day.
She leans around the tree. Bo! Can I borrow you for a second?
Sure. Wow.
So, you remember how you and I had a talk about your goddess and my patron?
Yeah.
So point to Arcus's body.
It's Arcus.
Technically, my patron has control of his body.
Is
Oh, for
that
the
enslavement?
Arcus can only be taken over if he is willing.
Willing enslavement? Is that enslavement then?
That's technically employment.
Or is that just unpaid working?
Unpaid
Well, it's not
working.
employment because you gotta get unpaid. You gotta get paid for employment.
He gets paid in food. technically.
Indentured servitude.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What do you ask?
This is Auntie.
Huh? Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
Waves claw.
Waves claw. I'm surprised there's not immediate. Ooh, just immediately up.
Hi. I'm Bo.
Nice to meet you. Nice hand.
Thanks. Born
Welcome.
with it.
I mean, I would presume as much.
I'm the storm caller of the group, I guess you could say.
Stormcaller. Interesting.
What else would I be? What would I be called? And he just looks at he's like, "Alright, what's a better way to describe me?" I
Cleric?
don't know either.
Storm cleric?
I don't know. I follow Silek.
Question is not to know that it. Wow! English!
Silek, how's she been doing? Last I heard she was on, the ocean's floor. Has she finally come up to the surface?
Yeah, I've been friends with her for like the past 9 or so years, 8 or so, I think, maybe more, maybe less. It's hard to keep track.
I'm sorry, wait, Auntie, you know a god?
I know several gods. Not saying that all of them are nice, but I know them.
Silek's
She's one of the nicer ones. I met with her when she was just running around on the floor.
Why
sounds
were you
like her.
Okay, I'm gonna have to grill you at another time,
Later.
because eventually Arcus is gonna pass out.
Hopefully not. He's
But-
sturdier than that.
But yeah, I'm trying my hardest to keep her alive.
You're doing well.
He
Not the good
whispers something to Arcus.
Hmm?
He whispers something to Arcus.
Okay. Tell me what she says.
She makes
Oh.
really dumb decisions sometimes.
Oh my goodness, she still does that? Oh man. That does sound like her though. She can't quite keep her hand out of the crab trap, can she?
Don't worry, I gave her. Is that a racial? I'm gonna ignore it.
No, it's she actually got herself caught in another god's crab trap at one point. It was humorous, but thankfully she had friends to get her out.
Well, I gave her some oven mitts for when she does that scratchy thing.
Oh, looks over at you. Looks over at you very, clearly, with her eyes like slowly squinting. Are you still on that?
Scalded child rubbing arm.
That's what I thought. Thank you for helping her. She.
Oh, was I not supposed to say that? He
No.
just looked at her.
You've done well. You've done nothing wrong.
I had a bit of an episode from stress.
From stress.
There
Oh,
was a
course.
lot of overwhelming things. And plus, it doesn't help that she gestures to Zazim and just, like, points to his face.
Wait, also, how does, like, if you're the aunt and the mother's there too, how does the brother work onto all of that? Or the paladin one?
Looks over at you.
Paladin.
You didn't tell them?
Oh, right. Oh.
So what did you tell them?
Well, that's how you lost the sight in one of the eyes, right?
Yes, the incident. Yeah, I told him about that.
Told them about that?
Well, you didn't say how it happened. You just said who had it, who it did it, who done it. You know.
They were trying to rip the power from my mother.
I remember that time. Oh, it was a good time once I showed up. Before then, though, undeserved.
Is that how relationships with parents go?
What?
What?
My dad's a cleric.
Huh? Hmm?
I think you're confused on what's happening here.
That's normal.
For what?
I got this from a paladin
Me?
that was back at home. Or not a paladin, excuse me, a villager. The paladin who orchestrated the entire event looks like Zadim.
Oh, I thought it was your brother.
No, my brother's a barbarian. Or not a
I thought your
barbarian.
brother was
How
a
do you...
monk.
I have 2. Excuse me, technically, I have 3.
Okay. Alright. Have any of them tried to kill you?
No. Well, younger me would disagree just because of the training they put me through, but in actuality, no.
Alright. So, how much does he look like Zadim?
The paladin that orchestrated the event? Longer hair and different colored eyes, but the face shape is generally the same.
Oh, fun. Well,
It makes for the most delightful of banter.
yeah.
I'm sorry I resemble someone that causes you so much stress.
Why are you apologizing for something that is completely out of your control?
It doesn't hurt.
You do the same thing.
Okay, you got me there.
Yeah. But yeah,
Anyway,
it's all good. Now, it's nice meeting you, Miss. What is she?
Ayla. Oh, sorry. Nice to meet you as well. Young one of, Silent.
You can call me Bo.
Bo.
oh god, she's gonna think he's adorable now.
Oh, he's already adorable.
God dang it. Everybody thinks
That about-
for some reason.
To be fair, she thinks that about anyone who is remotely under their 500s and humanoid.
I'm not even in my 30s.
But you need to get back to mom, and Arcus needs a break. So she will pick up Arcus's body again and hug it tightly. Thank you for your time.
Love
I miss you.
Miss you too.
Until we meet again.
Till we meet again. And then the eyes
Oh,
flicker
God!
out and she blinks. Arcus tilts his head and just like, oh good, no headache. Oh, thank goodness.
I think it's because there wasn't any interference at the time.
Bo just looks at Navara, Virdrick, and he just walks away. Looking.
Oh my god! She turns like lavender in color. She turns so pale. Oh, I need a minute to recover. I can't believe you heard that.
He has good ears.
I want you to take that sword and kill me with it, please.
Not today.
You should be
Not a
telling
good enough reason.
you should be telling Bo not to tell Virdrick.
Oh god, yeah, with how he's keeping secrets, telling him not to say anything would make it worse. Oh, she's gonna walk back to camp. Still at least 2 shades lighter! Well, excuse me. 2 shades lighter in everywhere but her cheeks. There, it's 2 shades darker.
That part where your body's not sure if it needs to be, blushing or if it needs to be pale. It's a different look for you.
Yeah, I'm 3 shades of purple instead of 1. I'm a gradient effect!
So Dawn,
Yeah.
theoretically, there would be plenty of, like, fighting stuff Virdrick would possibly be able to teach Clear, right?
Such as?
I don't know. Just like...
There's things to teach Clear?
Yeah, like... I mean, I don't know everything Clear knows.
Obviously.
Fight goes,
Well,
but...
talk with her about it.
Okay.
You won't know otherwise. I feel like that's Virdrick,
Alright.
like, talking to himself, like, maybe I should, talk to Clear about this, maybe.
Maybe.
That's true. Okay, well, in that case, I guess at some point, maybe at camp, like, when they're staying for, like, making camp for the night, we will go up to Clear and be like, Clear.
Huh? Yeah? Yeah?
You've never had any formal fighting training, have you?
Formal fighting.
Have you ever been formally taught how to fight?
Oh, I taught myself. And my mum and dad taught me a bit. But they taught me most of it, but I was a bit young when I left, so I didn't get all of it.
How did they know how to fight?
Well, they just kind of... They run in and they kind of have this real angry look on their face and they hit.
He's just gonna stare at her for a second. I'm gonna be like, what do they do for a living?
Well, my dad was a hunter. My mum did a lot of weaving. But she also fought if, like, bad people came to the village. Or town. That's quite a long time ago, I can't really remember much.
Your fighting's effective, but it shows. Come. He gestures for her to follow as he walks out a bit.
She'll follow then.
Clear weapon-wise, what has she been using again?
A battle axe and her fists.
Battle axe and fists. Okay. I don't really know. I personally don't know anything about fighting, so this is very hard for me to figure out.
Maybe you could teach her to stance up a little more.
Yeah, basically
more like stances and stuff, I guess.
Yeah. Basically stuff to make sure that, she doesn't get, like, thrown off her feet and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, once he walks out a little bit, he's gonna make sure the campsite is still in sight. But, he's gonna turn to her and be like, take out your battle axe.
Why? What are we doing?
Just take it out.
She takes it out, and she half squints.
This is why he likes her. She just does what he says. Usually, anyway. And he'll be like, hold it like you're about to fight.
She holds it with like, so her left arm is at the bottom of the shaft, and right hand is at the sort of near the top.
How would I say? Is her stance good? Is it bad? I don't know.
The
Well,
holding of
her
the
knees-
weapon is alright.
Her knees are bent.
Oh my goodness.
She looks fairly fierce.
He looks like a person getting ready to bat,
Getting ready to what?
like for baseball.
Dun,
Legs
dun,
bent,
dun,
weapon
dun,
like up.
dun, 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 dun.
Smack.
Okay. In that case, I guess he'll look at her and he'll. You said her legs are kind of bent?
Yeah.
Okay, then he'll just be like, I don't know, how would you fix that? Just straighten your legs?
The legs bent is actually not super bad. It's just
Is it good?
It is. It's just when you're going up to bat, the legs bent helps prevent you from cutting off circulation to your head, which is
It
bad.
also helps balance.
It also helps balance because you can't think of it like this: you are lowering your center of gravity by bending your knees.
Plus, you can get a running start easier.
Yes.
Okay.
So she's doing a lot of things right. It's like she probably just needs to shoulder width it a little bit more.
I guess to describe it better, a bit better, it's not refined as you might have been taught. It's not like this military style thing. It's just kind of raw.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case,
feral even.
that's the kind of stuff he's going to explain to her then. Straightforward.
Just the whys of what she's doing.
Yeah.
So she's not looking at it like, I was taught this, and I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm doing it, so I guess it works.
Yeah, and Veerdrick will explain more of why that works and this and that, I guess.
Okay.
So,
she'll listen. And she'll kind of try it out, though she's not very comfortable with it.
it's okay. He's gonna try anyway, just to try to help. More or less, he's just gonna be kind of trying to help coach her a little bit. That's it, really. But
Khalil would ask basically stuff about his military experience, like what he's done, or what he's killed or whatever.
oh my goodness, if she asks that stuff, he's gonna end up saying. Obviously, he's had a long career. He'll explain that he joined his church and everything, still young. He's more or less been in the church his entire life, doing exactly this.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So, yeah, he'll probably briefly explain a couple things he's fought or whatever. Explain maybe a little bit about how he was trained himself. That's it. No, but, yeah, he actually will talk to Clear about this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel when you're good enough friends that you can just be like, hey, got the hookups for you.
Yeah. For the sake of brevity, though, we don't have to go into all of that.
Of course. It's just the basics of it.
Yeah. But that's about it.
Yeah. Helps Clear understand better how to use her battle axe so that when she's getting into fights, she'll be able to utilize her battle axe even better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Narvar. 12 years. But I did some time and thought about it exactly. I knew her for 12. I said it wrong earlier. I couldn't remember it.
Oh, you mean you knew Selleck for 12 years?
Yeah, I've known Sidelec for about 12 or so years, pushing 13.
I'm sure Arcus can relate. She doesn't mind. I mess up with my memory sometimes too.
Yeah, I just wanted to get it right, you know.
I gotcha. So kind of like gently pat his back. Next time I talk to her, I'll tell her.
Thumbs up, but with crab claw, and it'll just be trying to spend the rest of the time just trying to big chill next to the zoo.
That's cool.
So for a little sake of brevity on my part as well, you guys are able to make your way further until you are essentially outside of where basically the town right before. Only maybe by hard horseback it would be one, but that'd be pushing a horse to, near breaking point to do so.
Yeah.
By foot, just casual pace, it's closer to like 3-4 hour walk, just casually, and you'll be at your locale. In the city, though, the people there are soft-spoken and seem to be very reserved. Like, as soon as you enter the city, there's no guards, but you see people just kind of around, just kind of looking around, and when they see you, they watch you enter as though you're like, hey, you're the new people, but they linger for a few seconds before they seem to be like, oh yes, and then go back to whatever they were doing. Almost like they're tired.
You said this is like the town before Ivory Hill?
Yes, this is the town that would be the closest trading town to Ivory Hills.
Okay.
So I'll actually move you guys on your map so you can see you guys are getting closer. You've almost reached your destination.
I'm assuming we're gonna head straight for the tavern for the night, or?
At this point it's around noonish, so you guys do have some time to make it there before getting a tavern, in which case you can get in Ivory Hills, or you can take one here and get more information before you head in.
That's a good question. Which would be better?
Up to you. Discuss.
So it's either we get some information and we head straight over there, or we stay the night, then get information, then head over.
Essentially.
Wait, what? Sorry?
So you're in a city outside of Ivory Hills. You can either stay there, get information about, goings on, because these people would have traded with them, know a little bit more about them before, jumping in and doing more, or you can go get the information directly from Ivory Hills.
Maybe directly get the information. Honestly.
It would be better to get the information firsthand.
Yeah.
I'll walk into the tavern at least.
Okay. The tavern is called the Old Oak Inn, and the person who's running there, they make I'm going to say with just your passive insight you're able to notice this. This isn't like something they're actively hiding. They look out of sorts. They look like they've got bags under the eyes, and they're looking at you with this exhausted look as they're just kind of staring at you from
Noble-looking people came down here, didn't they? A few weeks ago, noble-looking people.
Last week.
Yep. See, what they did was they put
Who are you?
coins. I'm Bo. Nice to meet you. And hold out the claw hand.
they see the claw hand and like their eyes go wide. They take a step back and they just fall back into the shelf, just like ugh. What? What?
I just have a claw hand, sir. It's not that big of a deal.
I
I'll
don't
just warn
need no, please. I don't need curses upon my place.
It's
Get
not
out.
a curse. I was just born with
Do
it.
I see
Please get
this?
out.
No, you're already cursed right now, sir. Don't have
Get-
just a look around.
I don't need. Well, then I need you to take that curse and be gone with it. Be gone. Out.
Do I see this occurring?
Yeah.
Have a good day. And Bo walk out. It's normal. Just come with me.
Why? Wait, no. I'm just trying to figure something out. Why are you so worried about curses? What happened?
You with him?
I am traveling
You're cursed as well. Get,
in
out,
the
get
same
out.
direction.
I don't need this. I don't need. Get out. Out.
Sir,
I take my
Calm
bar and I
down.
drag her.
just
already-
let me talk to him. I know. Just
No,
let me
this
Ouch!
is normal for me. Yes, you're gonna start something. Come on. And he's
While
just
we walk away, can
grabbing
I
you and
cast detect
dragging.
magic?
Yeah. Well, it takes 10 minutes for you to ritual
Ritual
cast
cast,
it.
yeah.
So,
I want
You
to see
would-
something.
so you're just sticking around the front of the entrance.
I'm lurking, essentially. I gotta
This
see
person
something.
is being an ass.
Well,
Bo,
no, because
Bo doesn't even look sad. I think he just looks used to it.
because he's freaking out really badly, and I remember what we were told about involving the curse on those coins before. So I wanted to use detect magic and see if I get the same ping as before.
You're going to.
Ping. Necromantic
Six of 'em.
energy in the corner of the house, or the inn rather.
Where is it exactly?
One of the
Is-
upstairs corners.
Guru,
hmm
is there like looks to be like a few hay bales outside?
With your passive perception, there's an area that does have a few hay bales for animals and the like.
How close is it?
Say maybe 90 to 100 feet away.
Not close. I'll walk outside, and a lightning strikes 5 feet away from the building. And I'll run in and say, I think the building was hit.
What? 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 He steps out and he rushes outside
Point.
to go look for it.
Point me where they are. Point me where they are. Hurry. Navarra, now.
She'll point to the room.
I
She'll
rush.
point about where it is.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah,
And we'll try to-
he's rushing it like you see him like running around the side of the building. He has no idea where. People are looking around, just like what's going on? Like, granted, they're not like moving to like actively help. They're just like looking around like exhausted curiosity. Just
Me and Navarra are going to try to do a quick, like, walk around near all the doors.
Yeah.
with detect magic up 6.
Yep.
Just like last
6?
time.
Yep, thought so.
Are any of
I'll
them
try to
locked?
grab them.
You try the door, or you grabbing keys
I
all the
tried
way
the
up?
door.
You try the door.
Well-
They're not locked.
Awesome.
Not locked. Open them.
Well,
grab them up.
You take 3, I'll take the other 3, and she will zip into the 3 rooms and grab the coins.
Kilo waits in the cart with everyone else apparently.
I think we're just going to be standing right inside the tavern just in case.
So you're standing there, and so you're the first one who notices that
Deirdre?
the patrons
Yeah.
there, they're not looking super like they're not as freaked out as this guy was. Like, they see the lightning, they're kind of like looking around like what the hell, but then they're just tired.
They're lethargic.
Lethargic, yeah. Lethargic's a good word for it.
That's
Yep.
so good.
They look almost. Make an insight check for you. Your passive's not strong enough.
It's not strong enough.
No offense, obviously.
Oh, well, I didn't mean disadvantage. But
Yeah, 11. With an 11, you can get the sense that this isn't a natural thing for them. They look like they're like strong, like farmers, people who, with the work that they're doing out in the sun, getting good air, good sunlight, they shouldn't be quite this tired. In fact, they actually look like you felt, which actually, point of order, you can remove your point of disturbed from the last town. Just knock that down to a 0.
Ah, there we go. Goodbye.
Yes, you don't have to worry about that. Because you did get a long
Nice.
rest and you had it out in the forest. And I meant to tell you that last episode. That's my apologies. But yeah, you do not have a point of disturbed. But these people look like you felt when you'd had it.
That definitely doesn't seem good.
Yeah, it's one of those probably not the best sort of things. Eventually, you hear the two of them coming down the steps as fast as they can, and you hear him like running around like and you notice like as he's running like over, like he's a fit man. He looks like he should be able to easily be able to keep pace, and he should even be able to outpace you. He's maybe going half speed. Maybe.
My
And,
man's exhausted.
He is worn, as like he's like doubled over, like just not able to actually speak for a second. As he makes like a wave motion, like lightning, bush on fire, building is safe. Back to your drinks, everyone.
Bo walks down and walks past him and goes, "We found the cursed objects. They're out of your building now. Have a nice life." And he'll walk out.
What? Who? How did he? Like he's looking at you, tired, and then he looks at you, just like, what the? He's not in a good state.
We're moving, guys.
As you walk out, you do notice that there's
Yes,
a
keep
person who's
moving.
looking less taken aback by all this that's going on, who's like watching you, and when you walk out, they kind of like make a motion, like, "Can you come here?" Looks around, kind of trying.
Wait, to
clearly.
who?
It's
To who?
To Bo.
Look awkward, then walk up. Yeah.
Did you lightning from a sky like this, and the kind of motions up? It's dark. It's been very clouded as you've been getting closer to this area. Like there's just a storm that's been rolling through that just seems to be just roiling, ready to burst, but not yet bursting. If you catch my drift, it's like on the cusp.
Yeah.
So it is completely dark in the sky, but not so bad that you have to worry about rain yet. Which is, for you, something that you're like, oh, come on, it could be raining right now. But all the same, you're just like, yeah, I'm just seeing it, and they motion to it. It's it's cloudy and whatnot, but it's not rained in a good couple months. That was a lightning bolt out of the blue, and then I saw you run in. Are you with the nobles?
Heavily against them.
Against them? Alright.
And he'll hold out one of the coins. These little buggers are cursed. Don't let people sleep easy. They leave them at every tavern they go, and I wanted to stop by and see if they did that here. They did. I had to, the man was not liking my disfigurement, so I had to get him out of the bar. Do what you gotta do,
He's grown anxious and disturbed. Please, this is not something we should
Caesar,
just talk
why?
we kind of motions to you. We shouldn't talk about this in the open at the moment.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Forgive me, I am Lady Adele. Please, if
I love your music.
I didn't know you knew of my music. Thank you.
I
You're
can't
very
believe
big down
this.
after Vessel's Parish. You're very big.
I can't believe this shit.
Lady Adele.
Please come. Obviously, don't spread the name too loud. Come. And she motions you guys off to the side, towards a little house off to the edge where she's.
All of us. Oh,
Yeah, she's
okay.
motioning all of you. If you wish, I can give you lodgings for the night. To give you more insight that I'm aware of.
She's
Do
gesturing
you
towards all
can
of us,
you
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
can you dispel magics?
To a degree, yes. I'm not
Claire
incredibly
is
powerful,
sus-
but
How
Claire's
place these
suspicious of this person.
okay.
That she's, she would just kind of like, I don't know. She'd turn and like whisper into like Vidric's ear, just like, so she's just been watching us since we came here. Waited for us to get rid of the coins, and it's just like talks to one of us for 2 minutes, and now we get free lodging. I don't like this.
Mm,
Bo will give her 3 of the coins, by the way.
She nods and will take them.
I'm
Dispel
not sure.
Of course.
Go, yes, Archer.
Yeah, good.
Oh, he says to Claire also in a quiet tone, like, I don't trust this, but we should figure out what she has to say.
Yeah.
So he'll
Bo,
also follow.
So you all head inside.
Bo will dispel the ones he's can.
She takes her time and dispels the ones that you gave her. Kind of shakes her hand after she's done throwing them onto a little counter off to the side as she wipes her hands.
I'll grab them and add them to the 6 other I got.
She doesn't seem to notice or really care. She's just,
I have a question.
yes.
Are there now 2 coins that look the same?
All of them have familiar symbols. The make of them is similar. They don't look exactly alike, but all
No.
of them look similar.
Okay. I was gonna say, I was wondering if 2 of them would look the same. Like, they're pairs now of each.
Yeah, they all. It's like looking at again. It's not factory made, but it's made close enough to each other that you can see the resemblance between them.
Alright.
These are not meant to be paired up. They're meant to be just like the number of them
Basically,
is
Drew,
just.
what I was
Yeah.
thinking was there was each one had a slightly different, like, each person had a slightly different looking coin, is what I was thinking.
Oh yeah.
Each noble.
Then yes, my apologies. There is a familiar tooling for them, so they are now paired. All the symbols
Yeah.
are the same, but the way, some of the formation of them, the styling of the handwriting, if you will, is similar.
Okay, yeah.
So yes,
Makes more
that would be
sense.
correct. My apologies. I thought you were talking about the symbols themselves, not the styling of them.
No. Yeah, it's styling.
Right? But yes, you would be correct. That is how they look.
Yeah, alright. But yes, what do you need with us?
I've been. Have a seat, please. And she takes a seat herself and just kind of rubs her chest slowly.
I'm standing.
Claire's
Yeah,
saying
You're about
I'm
the right
standing.
height.
I mean, I'm standing.
I mean, he's not gonna say anything, but
Obviously.
he's standing.
Yeah. She doesn't
Near
seem
the
to
door.
mind. She
Claire is standing with her arms crossed.
Both of them.
everyone has their
They fucking
preference.
posted. Just
Yeah.
posted up in here.
Everyone has their preference. I understand. I've been attempting to scope this place out for a while, particularly where people have come through. I know of a few folk who've come from the south who've changed. Forgive me for being so bold and grabbing you and dragging you away like this. I'm a little excited to see that someone else has noticed the magic that's in there and was actually a lightning bolt outside the place. Not my first go-to, but I see the wisdom in it. Somewhat.
I got inspiration from something else.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Can I insight her as far as her intentions seem.
I'll do the same, actually. Because Bo's not saying it, but don't worry, Virgil. He doesn't trust this for a second either.
Yeah.
Everyone else, Bo is being completely no. But Bo's a smart boy. Yep, she seems to be earnest on the level. Confused.
Yeah.
She kind of motions to you all. I worked with some of the folk for a while. I'm sure you've already pieced it together if you've come this far and knew to look for the coins. What have you discerned about them thus far?
You're gonna have to ask the others for that one. I'm pretty new. I just know they're not good people.
Forgive
I
me.
think at least one of them is a vampire.
A vamp looks to the others and kind of like a you can confirm.
Wait, Mad, try talking? Yeah, nope. Thought so.
He's doing the thing again. Give us our Madrino.
Thought so. Because, like, he's not talking weirdly during any of this.
I return.
You have returned.
Yeah, there you go.
Alright, cool.
What was the question exactly? Sorry.
She's making it like a motion to you, like you can confirm that these people are vampires, essentially.
Cannot confirm this directly.
Of course,
we know that after interacting with them, a person turned into a vampire, but unfortunately we did not see this occur.
Seeing it occur and speaking with someone who were they a vampire or were they?
They were a vampire.
Then that's
definitely
pretty. Forgive me if I sound a little overly ready to throw this out there, but that sounds pretty convincing that they are or have at least a vampire in their midst.
That I can agree to.
Interesting. You see her pull out a book.
You said you're a lady. A lady of where?
Forgive me. She gives a little bow. It's a self-proclaimed title. I'm a traveling bard. She motions to Bo. I've actually been to many places in Tamdov. People know of my work, apparently. The fact that you actually caught on and knew of me is relieving, but also means I need to be a little bit more discreet. I'm not great with, she motions to herself, I'm not the most disguised of people, so the fact that you could easily pick up if I were to have my face known.
Character. Wait. So this person gives us lodging, but she's a traveling bard.
Are you asking her?
No, I'm just kind of wondering, where are we at the moment? Are we in a tavern or a house?
You're in a house.
Yeah, you're a traveling bard.
If you're a traveling bard, why'd you own a house here?
I rent homes near places of interest, not in the cities themselves, but within moving distance, unless I have the ability to. I've made a collection of gold in my travels, having a home that I can fall back on, which, trust me, going to the inn, they good people, terrible food, you will get the runs for 3 days. Believe me, you don't need that.
Approximately 3?
Approximately, based off of myself and one of the friends who went there.
Can I incite her traveling bard stuff?
Yeah.
By all means.
Actually, I heard of her.
Kalia would attempt. Wow, Jesus Christ!
What
That's
the
still
fuck?
If you're wanting to see if you've heard of this traveling bard, that'd be a history check.
You know what? I
Alright,
could
let's
try,
see.
but I doubt it.
No, you've heard of her.
So, insight or history, or both?
You can do
Insight
both
if you're
for
trying to see
myself.
if you're trying to figure out whether or not you believe that she's a traveling bard. History to see if you've heard of such a person as Lady Adele.
Alright,
Uh-huh.
insight first then.
I don't know if I've actually heard of her. It was just a meme that turned out working out.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, just for
Dude lived
funsies.
on a mountain his entire life. He doesn't know anything.
Drew,
Just
have
for
I actually
funsies.
heard of her?
Roll a history check.
Because I made the meme.
Oh,
and
you
just
memed
went
about it,
along.
but I'd
Yeah.
already I'd already made the
Arcus is
yes, you have.
Better fucking. Arcus is better at insight than I fucking do. You little fucking bastard.
Like you made the joke, but as soon as she mentioned she's a traveling bard, you're just like, yeah, she did like a thing for the kids and whatnot because it allowed her to have more standing in other places and people were more willing to
was
let
a
her in.
fucking- publicity.
What race is she?
Her appearance is human.
Um,
She
so-
has her hair over her ears, so you can't tell if she's elven or half elven, but her appearance is human.
Khalil's not even gonna, I'm not gonna roll history because I'm pretty sure Khalil's never seen this person.
With your background, probably not.
Have I just heard of her?
You've
that's
you've
it,
heard of
or-
her, yeah. She's
Okay.
a person who has entertained at a few different places. While she doesn't always look it from a casual appearance, she's actually been in contact with and done hymnals where she's actually worked with people of religious background.
Interesting.
What does the insight give us?
The insight says that she isn't bullshitting you. She's a traveling bard.
That's all Khalil says.
Yeah, if Yurgic's not saying anything, he's just.
She kind of shrugs at that. Some people tend to be the same when they find out that I have buildings all over, but to be fair, would you want to have a place that you can just fall back on wherever you wanted? Sounds like a good idea to me. Plus, I can outfit it with all sorts of fun stuff.
Sounds like a lot of money is my primary thought process.
It is, yes, but I've earned it.
I've never needed that.
Money? Or a home?
Either, really. I mean, money, yeah, I suppose, but
Hmm.
a home, not really.
Believe me when I say having a place to call home
Is nice.
is wonderful.
Huh.
But some people prefer that they don't have a roof over their heads, and I suppose one could say more respect to them, but I don't have to.
But, yeah, what did you need exactly?
Yes. So you've determined at least one of them is a vampire, you said. Because
it's a hypothesis.
hypothesis based off
A,
of
a hypothesis.
Hypothesis.
Oh my god.
Hypothesis.
interesting.
Anyone that's looking at Khalil, like, they can just kind of see that, wow, like, she thinks this person is just really, like, they're really sure, like, really in themselves kind of thing. Just like, just wow, so much privilege in one person.
Welcome to the land of nobility.
But yes, what you need, sister?
Sister.
Well, when it comes right down to it, if you're getting yourself into trouble, which most people who tend to come this way tend to do so. She kind of rubs her hands together, like very awkward, very not seeming to know exactly what to say, but she eventually holds out her hands to you guys. if you are looking to find out, at the very least, find out information regarding them to debunk them and get them out of here, I can give only a few tidbits of what I've learned myself. If
Also,
you'd like.
Guru,
Yes.
did we get that one ball that the painter boy had?
He gave it to you as payment.
Oh, who has it?
I believe I do.
I was gonna say it's not me.
Do you want me to have it since I'm the one that needs it in the party? Because I'm the only
That's
one
fine.
without dark vision?
Yeah, that's fair.
Is it a drift globe, Guru?
It's a drift
Well,
globe.
hold on.
As far as you
Hold
can
on,
tell.
what?
In the last episode where you guys were retrieving the young man, he had a little ball that was floating over his hand that provided him with light. Do any of you have Identify and a pearl?
Me and
Claire has both.
Claire have it.
Yes, which during your travel, if Bo asked, which I presume he would,
Yeah,
you'd be able
he doesn't know
to.
this thing.
Yeah. You'd be able to find out that yes, this is a drift globe, which you'd learn the way to turn it on and off, which were the ways he mentioned before, but you can actually reset that if you wish using magic. You also find out one other little interesting tidbit. This drift globe does not have the ability to cast daylight. It has had that function suppressed, but it is supposed to be in there.
Can I make one of these?
I got kicked out of Discord. What happened?
It is supposed to have the ability to cast daylight,
Daylight, I'm guessing. Yep.
but it is
Cop out.
suppressed. It is suppressed.
Can I make one of these?
You could potentially make one of these with time.
Could Claire repair it so that
It's going to take some
it has
time. If you'd like,
daylight.
roll an Arcana check.
Can I assist her since I can get the daylight spell?
Do you have proficiency in Arcana?
No, but I can
I
prepare
do.
the daylight spell.
Can I help her?
I'll allow it. So roll with advantage on
Get this shit. Damn, that's 20. Nice.
20. Within 3 days, because it's a function that was already in it, it just needed to be returned to it once per day. You can cast the daylight spell using the drift globe.
Can I say something
That
that
would
just
be
tickled
very
me in my
useful.
head?
notices she's kind of working with it, just like for aesthetic purposes, you know. She seems very kind of experienced with it, like
With the creation of
the movement of her, like her hands and stuff as she's like basically repairing this. It's just kind of instinctual,
NPR.
and it's just like you have these weird strings of magic that she's kind of like pulling at, well, like with one string at each of her fingertips, like just kind of twisting and tugging and everything,
Kind of like one of those reverse electric lamps, essentially.
like a magic weaver, in a sense.
Also, NPR, can I tell you what just came to my mind?
What?
You know, people with their craft, like if it's more hard tool kind of thing, like a mechanic, at first we'll just tap something to see what the fuck, just to tap it. I imagine for the first 10 minutes, Kalir like taps the orb against the side of the car, like what the fuck?
Oh yeah, she's like just picking it up with with a forefinger and a thumb, and just giving it a light tap on the bottom, and just like, okay, yeah, I think I see the problem now. But yeah, just a bit of aesthetic.
so yes. So you do have a drift globe that does have the daylight spell restored to it.
Does it
Back
float?
to this fucking conversation.
Back to the conversation at hand. I've been gathering a little bit of information. So forgive me if I'm a little scattered on it. I'm just simply trying to I need to know what's going on. There are some people who I knew who were caught in harm's way, and I need that taken care of, if you catch my drift.
So, what do you need us to do?
If you have any information to you're willing to assist me with, I'm willing to give you what information I have.
Look, all we really know is, now, Bar, correct me if I'm wrong, alright? I think all we know is that they're going from town to town, right?
Right.
And just making people who shouldn't have power have.
That and setting up these coins that apparently drive people mad.
That's all we really know.
And turning people into vampires. I forgot about that. Again,
Well,
they're getting
that's-
worse.
Well, that's giving somebody power who's not supposed to have power. Like,
Yeah, true.
Vampirism is not the direction I expected this to go. But,
Oh, believe me, it wasn't where we expected it to go either.
that's fair. Have you... Rubs her hands slowly. There's some who work with them that have caught my attention, if you will. One of the folk who works with them, Furbolg.
Black hair.
Yes.
Great.
You're not stupid, you just forgot. It happens. The... They were a friend of mine.
Were?
isn't it the Furbolg that we thought was the vampire? Because that was the one that was trying to avoid something.
We thought that about him. We also potentially thought there was something wrong with the lady and got more confirmation that she was the one who was helping the vampire in the last town.
Alright.
They're not a vampire. As far as I can tell, anyways.
Why does he avoid sunlight like it's the fucking plague?
Oh, he's just always been a recluse. He just dresses like that because that's the uniform that they forced him into.
Who's
Alright.
they?
The nobles.
Nobles. Which, fun fact, I actually checked. The man who is leading them. I will type out this name because otherwise you guys won't have it for your notes. Hizor Cabal is actually noble in blood, but blood only. They're not actual nobility, so far as I can tell.
Where are they from?
They are from Tamdov, but they're distant relatives of the king. Their great-grandfather had a few children, and it followed the lineage of the firstborns, not of those who were born after. And, well, he knows of his lineage because they are given enough power to be comfortable with themselves, but that does not necessarily mean that they are nobility.
Oh, got it. That's not great.
And because of that, it appears he has decided to take it into his own hands of how to become a noble. Tell me, this is going to sound very strange, and I need you to be very open-minded on this. I've not been able to pursue them strongly because of this fact, but what do you know of the planes of existence? The layers of Ait'seh, as some call it.
Very little.
What do we know?
If you're proficient in Arcana or History,
Nothing for me.
Neither. I can't.
You also should get a clear roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on there.
You're fine.
Is it a Zadim 87 rolls were attempted
Oh,
to be
shit.
made to
I've probably
I'm
gone
not
for that.
proficient in either of them,
Alright.
so I can make a roll.
Clear, you're aware of the layers. You are definitely aware of them.
Okay.
Naivara, you've heard of it. Granted, the elemental planes are supposedly not necessarily a layer. They're meant to be around the material plane, but people dispute that, and they're people. They're weird, but
say this, Guru? She knows about the Feywild.
she doesn't know about the Feywild. That is one layer that you are aware that does exist. The elemental planes is more of a touchy subject for people who try and say, yes, the layers are the only way this can happen. Granted, they are supposed to be layered on top of the world itself, which means that where you are now is a different location on a different plane of existence, which is influenced somewhat based on what happens in each world. So it can actually influence itself from one plane to another, depending upon how strong the actions are. So a place could
Guru.
be... Well, yeah?
Can I argue something for Virdrick? Technically, gods have their own planes, which are technically layers on top of it, so couldn't you also kind of roll religion?
I'll allow it.
Sweet.
I still can't, but Virdrick.
Still know nothing. But it's okay.
I gave you a chance.
It was
Thank
worth
you.
a shot.
Oh.
Hey Tara, you
I'm
want
not-
to see something cute?
Okay.
Check your DMs.
But it's going Guru.
Yes.
I wonder if I think she's behind Bo and Naivara and Zadim if they're sitting there.
Mhm.
So I'd probably say that only Virdrick or this woman would possibly notice.
Honestly, Navarro's probably pacing. Primarily because I'm tired, so she has to be tired with me.
Zadim is leaning against the nearest structure.
Bo's the only one fucking sitting down.
Navarra probably wouldn't notice because she's stuck in her own head.
Because she's stuck in her own. No, she's doing what I do, just literally walking to keep herself awake. She's paying attention. She just needs to be active.
What are you paying attention to the woman?
Yeah.
Just anything.
Uh,
But go ahead.
okay, so what's Virdrick's passive?
11.
Okay.
He also does kind of pay more attention to her, so.
Okay. I'm not sure what to. I'll just say Virdrick and this woman probably noticed that she kind of, like her stance kind of changes when she hears Adele talk about the planes,
Excuse me.
but then she quickly goes back.
I feel like out of character. I know what this is, but
I mean, Virdrick notices, but he's not going to say anything.
Yeah, either old Zadim.
She notices a few people kind of like tilting their heads, perking up a little bit, and kind of gives a little nod. And eventually, she rubs her hands together. This is going to sound mildly confusing.
only mildly.
Depends on your depth of knowledge on this subject.
I'm always confused, so it's fine. Go on.
It's okay to be confused, but with this particular thing, talking about a mirror world, sometimes referred to as the inverse plane, a place of shadow and darkness where we would have light and warmth.
Any bells ringing for that?
Clear
Like from
twitches.
stories?
With your Arcana check, it has a somewhat familiar sound to it, but not by those names.
Clear twitches.
What do I know it as? The Inside Out?
No.
It's upside down. Duh.
I can't say upside down. That's
I
copyright.
suppose at least one of you
Fuck
is
copyrights.
aware of this then. That's good. That helps simplify it for myself at least.
So it's a place that's like this, but not quite like this.
It's reversed.
Not reversed
Does that mean
as much as
bad
it's
person there?
Does that mean there's a
What?
what in there?
Does it mean I'm a bad person there?
not inverse in that regard. It's not like there's an
Okay.
opposite you there. It's just
Khalil speaks up. She says, there are certain points in time when a decision is made that alters the whole world. It's those decisions that are reversed in the inverse plane.
essentially
Like
yes.
what?
Navarre's looking at Kalir with like a face of, how the fuck do you know this?
Yeah, right.
Like,
She's always shown to be a smart cookie.
Yeah.
You can be smart and still not know about extra planes.
like if some kind of big magical event happened, like, I don't know, magic just turned off, or someone cast the most powerful spell anyone's ever seen, or, you know, a world war happened and it destroyed half the world, or something like that.
The
In
event
the
would be
inverse
the
plane,
opposite.
it would be the opposite.
So why are you telling us this, miss?
Because in that world, there was an event that occurred. An event that removed certain dark creatures,
Okay.
vampires, and creatures with lycanthropy.
So, I'm gonna take a stab at two guesses. Either one, the reverse happened here, and there are more being added, or two, the ones that were removed somehow were put here.
Not here, no. You're missing what your friend has said. In
Maybe.
our world, we won. We removed them.
Oh, I thought you were saying in the reverse, or the opposite
No,
world,
in
there
our
were...
world, we
Oh,
Well,
okay.
apparently you didn't. Because they were vampire era, they're like over.
Hmm.
She gives you a look and just kind of makes a
Here's my question. Your friend amongst the nobles is the verbal, or
yes.
ex-friend, or whatever. They're not a vampire. They're just reclusive.
They
Well,
were.
they might be
I'm-
now that they've joined the group.
We don't know anything about this lady. I don't know if she might be the vampire. She might be, but if she isn't, how would they be able to turn someone into a vampire if they weren't ones themselves?
If you know how to get into a place of this plane, you'd be able to have contact with such entities, would you not?
I suppose.
That's what I believe happened. In seeking a way to gain influence and power over our king, he managed to somehow find a way into this plane. And he took a few others with him, people who have either risen up or become strong enough in their positions that they're unquestioned as to how they got there. A dangerous thing indeed, wouldn't you agree? To not question how someone grew to prominence when that prominence came from magic that no one else was aware of.
I mean, I guess.
Think of it like this. If you were charmed by someone and convinced to do something that you would not normally do, would that give you a pleasant feeling?
Probably not.
No.
That is my thoughts exactly. And that is what I believe happened with my friend. I've only spoken to him once, or attempted to, and if it weren't for quick thinking on my part, I would not be speaking to you, as Veldor shifted. He changed.
Is he a lycanthropy?
I believe he might be.
Is he a werecrab?
Didn't appear to be armored enough to be a crab.
Wait, do werecrabs exist?
I don't believe so. They don't have fangs
Dang.
with which to bite.
You have pinchers with which to pinch.
Yes, but it's transferred via
Bite.
bite, yes. It is
It's an
part of the
STD. Crabs.
magic. Thankfully not, otherwise there would be a whole new level to the ways in which they could get into depravity with. I'm not going there.
Let's
She
not.
raised her
Let's
finger, just
let's
like,
not.
no.
Let's not.
You stop that. It's an interesting thought, but one I'm not pursuing.
I just realized with horror that I'm trying to keep a serious situation, but I have on these giant fucking oven mitts that Bo got me.
You just shoved your hand in it like.
Wait, did you put them in? Did you put them on?
Yes.
This
She's
is
getting stressed if she made a promise.
Yeah.
Bo looks at you and just gives a thumbs up.
I'm
Supportive friend thumbs up.
I'm not gonna question it. I'm only curious, but I'm not gonna question it.
If I get stressed, I scratch myself.
Ah, you good friend then. Regardless, I apologize. I don't mean to rush through more of this information. Just understandably, I'm concerned, both with Tamdov and with my friend, a man who used to be, again, just a little bit reclusive. There was nothing wrong with him, but now he became a monster in front of my eyes. What am I supposed to do with that? I want him back, but I don't know how. And I want this all to be ended and over with, if you understand my drift.
How did you learn about the inverse plane?
Hey Don,
Yes.
do I know if there's any cure for lycanthropy?
Z's got not Z.
Not Z.
Bo's got it.
Rip.
You're aware of such things. Lycanthropy, unlike vampirism, is still around somewhat.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear us?
Oh, yeah.
Lycanthropy is around somewhat, not nearly as prevalent as because vampirism is just like, it shouldn't exist, essentially. Like they got that and they stamped that out as hard as they could. But the remove curse spell would be how one who is afflicted with lycanthropy would have it removed. If one's born with it, you're not sure exactly. Most of the time they just end up either being killed or being forced basically just to die.
Kill yourself. Battalion 2019.
Oh my god.
Okay, just making sure.
Of course.
Did you hear what?
I did
Hi.
hear.
Okay.
She kind of just looks at you. How did you?
No, I asked first.
Ah!
Fair enough. I've been researching into this because of my friend. And when I heard about there being magic that I, quote unquote, could not understand like anyone else, I would be skeptical and angry that someone would believe me unable to understand, but I
Why would
only
you be upset
understand
at
so
someone
much.
telling you that you might not understand something?
Hmm?
Why would you be upset at someone saying that you might not understand something?
I'm a very smart lady.
That doesn't mean that you know everything.
Oh, I'm not saying I know everything.
Nor does it mean that you will understand everything. That's right, I'm calling this bitch out!
You are very talkative. I mean, so am I. I can respect it. She she's clearly rolling her eyes, but she's clearly doing it with no malice. She's just amused.
I've said about 6 sentences.
Well, you're obviously chatty about things that you feel strongly about. Perhaps that should have been a more apt phrasing. And you're also motions to the mittens on your hands. So that would explain you only saying 6 sentences.
Navarre's irked. So she just like stares at her and just pulls the bins off.
You see Bo start to cast.
Calm emotions. Hey, you
Yeah.
need your fix? Do you need your fix?
Do you need your stay attacks?
So what is the end game here?
Yeah.
I don't care
Avengers
if
music.
they become nobility. I don't care if they end up... Excuse me a second. Someone's ringing my
Holy
doorbell.
shit.
Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
Apologize. 1 second.
We're busy! Fuck off!
Oh my
Butter's
God.
looking roll 20.
Do you not understand the importance of D&D? Be gone from this
Huh?
location.
What we hear like a gunshot in the background?
Oh
Please
my
don't.
god, no! Stop!
Like Gru killed a man. Just
Just come back. Hey guys, I gotta be right back
So-
real quick.
it's like
Sorry
it's
about
like
that. I think I might call the session here early.
it's the situation that happens with me if I stop talking and the cops got called on me.
No, meet here! Fucking PD, open up!
That's
No,
one of my
no.
favorite. That's one of my favorite D&D moments that I've ever done. Which was sorry if I stop talking. I may or may not have just got the cops called.
Mm.
You there, sir. Do you have,
I mean,
do you have a license for fishing? No?
No,
But I'm in my house.
Oh well then. Well, have you beheaded for that?
please. Speaking of which,
Interestingly enough, I did not know there was a church next door. Unfortunately, she rang the doorbell twice because she couldn't hear the doorbell the first time.
Jehovah's
and it's
Witnesses.
very loud in here, so... Sorry about that, everyone. That was, loud. Where were we? I apologize.
Endgame. Doesn't care if they're
Yeah.
game nobles.
You.
I don't care if they're nobles. I don't care if they burn in a fire. I just want to get this over with. I want to... I want to be done with these people thinking that they can just get away with what they're doing.
Can I insight check that? Another one?
Go ahead.
right. Give me just a second.
God, yes, finally.
Nice.
Of course, she's a
Oh,
bard.
why did you open up for Google Docs? Quit it.
A self-proclaimed bard, so she probably has ridiculous deception.
You say that, but I have literally max charisma, and I don't have proficiency in it, so it's still a 5.
That's still really good.
So she might not have dope deception. I'm still very
She
shocked.
appears
ironically,
earnest, and there's a little bit of heat both to her eyes and to her voice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's clear that she's
Wow, 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 wow.
not that type of heat. Heat is in vehement dislike and potentially violence.
Oh, I aimed at the group. Oh, sweet.
Okay, then
Wait, what's the heat?
anger heat.
Yes,
She's
anger.
angry. She don't like this group. She don't like this group. Not our group, the
She
nobles.
just- Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Fucking Kalir about to fucking have a drag down fight.
Okay then. Virdrick will be like, then what would you have us do?
Killing them is obviously an option we want to resort to only as a last resort. She
Oh,
looks
that's
very
clear.
frustrated. She looks.
That was plan C for me, but all right.
Yeah,
What's a last resort?
killing
them.
them. Which, to be fair, if that is the option you find to be the only option, she like holds up her hands, just like, I ain't gonna stop you.
Plan A was
What's that?
diplomacy. Plan B was intimidation. Plan C is a knife.
I can
What do you
promise
think?
you, Plan
What are
B
we
is
gonna-
going to be very, very, very unlikely, as they're going to be.
I say Plan B should be kill them. Because what are we gonna do? Intimidate them into stopping? Even I don't think they're gonna listen to diplomacy no matter what. But we can certainly try.
It's worth a shot. I mean, worst come to worst, can't you bless water?
I've got another idea.
Bo sitting here like, I can summon rain, bitch!
I can
Oh.
summon the sun.
Oh god, that's right!
And you would stay here while I take care of them.
I have other issues I need to deal with on the outside. Think of it like this. She holds up a finger and she steps up and she grabs a piece of paper and she lays it out in front of you guys. It's about an average sized piece of paper. Draws up a very quick thing. Actually, I'm just going to roll this just to see how well she does. It's decent. Where she is basically showing a hierarchy pyramid. And she kind of taps the top. If we just remove them, anyone who they've been associated with stay in power. They're staying as they are. All that happens is that they die. That's why I'm saying last option. I don't want to just be rid of these people. I want to be rid of everything that they've done. And I know that's, we're strangers. We just met. And I don't want to put this on you if you do not feel you would be interested.
I disagree with you.
Oh?
Yes,
I respectfully disagree.
yes, they would still be in power. But what's better? Is it making sure they don't put anyone else in power? Or having to deal with the people that are now just normally in power?
The people who are in power, most of them are fine. I've found nothing wrong with them. But there are a few people that they have put in positions of power in Tamdov, moving up in the ranks rapidly. Some of them are currently ruling over cities, and Tamdov has no way to actually prevent that. If we're able to oust them as vampires, if they are vampires, or just oust them as being conspirators against the king, that will mean the king has to act upon that and will remove those in positions of power that shouldn't be.
How do you suggest we do this?
Well, if they're vampires, outing them as vampires is one option. It's a good option, but not necessarily a safe option. Proof of their deeds, like written records, something to show to the king, would be your best bet. The issue is then getting it to the capital. Going over the Colossi walk, Tamdov is regrettably really behind on making ways to cross the Colossi path, but it's an option. The other option would be to try and sail around to the other side of Tamdov to get to them, which is just as dangerous if any of the raiders from the south are still poking their heads around. We don't need Corvin giving us more grief after the last war, but they still do sometimes. Grasmar's more neutral, but they're not exactly helping us, if you catch my drift. You might not be. Those countries are more Tamdov's issue than most others. Anyways,
What if we kill them, get evidence that they were vampires?
that would work, because it would remove them. They'd have no way to protest themselves and use magic to validate this. And then the king, if you wouldn't even have to tell the king that they're dead. You just bring the evidence in. He calls for them. They don't show up. That's silence that they can't stand for. And unless someone steps forward saying, hey, they were killed, and vampires, when they die, they don't exactly leave a traditional corpse. So if they find any evidence of that,
they left a corpse when we killed.
Well, crosses her arms, and I'm actually gonna roll something real quick. She's gonna roll religion. She knows.
Khalil.
So you fought a spawn.
What?
Vampires, when they find one they deem as being... I'm going to try and use my phraseology here as lightly as I can, but at the same time, delectable might be a word for it. When they wish to pull into their fold, they will bite them and infect them with vampirism, draining them of their blood until they become another vampire. And then they rise again. But vampires spawn, they're not like their hires. They're not like their graders. They're inferior, unless they're given the ability by their creator to ascend beyond just being pawns and essentially more powerful thralls, if you will. She got a good ass roll there too.
Yeah, Khalil's walked out of the building.
Your friend alright?
So what evidence do you think we could get?
She'll follow after Glear.
Okay. Again, written documents just showing them instituting people without the king's knowledge is one thing, and they would have to, if they wanted to, be aware of who was on their side and who wasn't. Showing them evidence of them practicing magic that would be of this dangerous of a caliber is another thing that could be helpful. If they brought over artifacts from this world, they would resonate with this magic, and it would be something that they would be able to identify as being essentially of this darker plane. Any of that could be of use to you.
Let's hope they left a paper trail.
Here's to hoping.
Do you think they're still in not the capital, but
Almost certainly. This place is the closest thing to a sanctuary, a graveyard. If they're vampires, it's a place that'll allow them the cover of night almost unanimously The underground crypts themselves are a labyrinth at times. If they're able
Are the
to just hide
labyrinths
away in
trapped?
there, possibly. Most people who go down there are going down there to bury the dead, not to die, so it's likely they wouldn't be able to trap everywhere. But if there's places that if the gravekeeper's not on their payroll, that's a disturbing thought. If that person is not working with them, there's areas that are already full enough that they probably would be able to sequester on the eastern side of the graves, which is
Wait a second.
what?
What if can I unwillingly remove a curse from somebody?
I don't believe so. If you attempt to remove a curse that they've accepted, it is not in their mind considered a curse, and a deity is not able to act upon it. And so it is rebuffed, and the magic is wasted.
Guru, is that a home rule?
Yes.
Okay.
If they do not have awareness of it being a curse and they believe it to be something that is just part of them, part of their being, then they basically, their very nature will rebuff you, and the god will not be able to have its magic act upon it. Or even if they're using arcane measures, that'll also be rebuffed. Because for them, they're not viewing it as a curse, they're viewing it as part of themselves, so they have to be willing to agree and submit that, yes, this is a curse.
But then that means that if you see something that's totally normal as a curse, or some kind of magical affliction as a curse,
Yeah, it doesn't make full sense, but
I
we'll
know.
go with
I'm talking specifically about things
by-
like vampirism. Like lycanthropy,
by full sense.
lycanthropy, when they're like transformed and whatnot, that can still be removed because of the fact that they're not in a conscious cognitive state of mind, so you can remove it.
Even the state of mind thing doesn't make full sense, because even if you're like, oh, this isn't a curse, it's still a curse, but yeah, we'll go.
Also, vampirism, depending upon the creature, technically means they're already dead.
No, I'm not trying to do it for vampire. I'm just saying, even if the werewolf is conscious,
Oh yeah, for the werewolf.
it's still yeah, I'm not trying to do it to a vampire. That makes no sense. They're dead.
Yeah. For a werewolf, it's possible. It may attempt to rebuke you, but it's possible. Is remove curse a touch spell?
Yes.
Yes, that's going to be your main issue, because if it bites you before you touch it, that could get messy. I mean, you could just remove the curse on yourself, and then you'd be all good, right?
Possibly.
Hopefully.
So yeah, are we gonna head out tonight or tomorrow?
It's up to yourselves, I suppose. If you need, I can come with and look around to see if I can get information. My name won't hold as much weight there as it used to, but
Leave after us.
leave after? That's fair.
Leave after us.
No worries. Holds my hand, is like, I understand. I can.
Oh, that way you won't be tied to us in any way if we get thrown in jail for some reason.
Preferably not. I like not being in jail.
It's not as bad as you might think.
Yeah, that's how I met this group.
To be fair though, the jails here can be not rough, but if they are in fact vampires, I don't need the potential of becoming a vampire myself hanging around my back.
So, where's that are? Man, who here?
Do you need food?
What?
Do you need food?
No.
Fair
But
enough.
thank you.
This house is near the inn that was right
Yeah,
next
it's
door,
like
right?
down the road from it.
Tried giving you a smooth transition.
After that stuff that we pulled in there, I don't know if we'd be able to get a room easy.
Probably not.
It's fine. We can camp on the road.
I mean, only Nivara and Bo are, seen.
True. The rest of us might be just fine.
So,
Technically not
outside-
you, Virgil.
So outside,
So you're blocking the door.
Kalir has moved
Oh, well, I
out
wasn't-
with Nivara following.
I mean, Vidric's a paladin. So.
I was gonna say, like, if anything, he's gonna be like, I'm a paladin, I'm here to destroy curses, and he'll be like, okay.
I'm paladin. Get back, civilian. Your inn's being detained and the people in it.
Get
He
down,
never
Mr.
said-
President!
He never exactly associated himself with you guys, so he doesn't actually.
I don't know these people.
Anyway.
I see you're attempting to start a bar fight. I'm over here.
How is Lear looking right now? Because she just
Left.
walked. Yeah, she just left.
She looks kind of suspicious and very suspicious and angry, yeah.
You doing okay there? Well, I can tell right away no, so I'll just cut to the chase. What's bugging you?
I don't like her.
Oh, good, I'm not the only one.
She
What'd she
knows she knows too much for a traveling bard that just learned about it.
Well, bards are the eyes and ears of the world.
You don't just learn about the inverse plane.
No, and she's hiding something. But I can't read thoughts. Anyway.
I like that. Not yet, anyway.
So, our best bet is to keep our eye on her and take the information that she's giving us while being cautious of it as well.
I don't want to take her with us.
We're not going to. I didn't think.
The decision sounded as though you guys were saying. Well, I mean, to be fair, she wasn't
They
in there
weren't
for
in
that.
there.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
weren't there for that.
It took me a second to remember that. My apologies. Continue.
Mm,
If we do take her with us, then I'll keep watch on her. Because I don't trust her either. But I do have a question for you. How do you know so much about this reverse... Well, it's not reverse plane, but that's what I'm going to call it at the moment.
she just stays quiet.
Clear, you know that technically I'm an illegal. You know out of all the people other than Deirdre that I'm not going to be judging you.
I learned about it while I was traveling.
Can I ask where'd you learn it from? Or did you just read about it?
She stays quiet. She's now just staring off into the distance.
Is it the stare that she's done before?
What do you think?
Probably, yeah.
I suppose you have to roll insight.
The 1,000-yard stare. I've seen her do this like 3 separate times, is why I ask.
Yeah,
What's
but
23
it doesn't
insight?
look the same. It doesn't look the same every time. That's 23, is it? Okay. Well, yeah. She looks like she's lost focus with reality. Yeah.
Excuse me. Can she feel touch through the armor?
No, it's not a second skin, unfortunately.
I know, but sometimes you can feel light tapping.
I feel like there was such sarcasm in that. Like, there's like
Ironically, it wasn't.
passive aggressiveness. Passive aggressiveness. That's what it is.
No, Bara, it's not like that.
So lightly pat her back. You have a lot on your mind, don't you?
She doesn't respond. She's still staring. She kind of like her body responds to you tapping her, but she doesn't look at you. She's still just looking out into the distance.
She'll move her hand to her arm. I know something's bothering you, and I know I probably have no ground to say this on. But if you need someone to talk to or even just a hug, then I'm here, okay? She'll kind of wave her hand in front of her face, see if she's still alive. There.
He doesn't respond.
Any amount of tapping at all.
I mean, if you're gonna repeatedly tap her...
She's not repeatedly tapping her face, but she's wanting to see if she'll react if, like, she touches her face.
Little pep.
She just kind of looks like she's not there.
She'll move her head down so she's looking at her, because you're 6'1", you tall bitch.
It'll probably be a good 5 minutes at least before she
5
slowly
minutes?
returns.
She'll wait.
Goodness gracious.
She eventually returns. And she kind of looks around, just like, oh, still here.
You zoned out. You doing okay?
I'm fine.
You do that a lot.
Her mouth, like, opens as if, like, to say something, but... she
Roll,
closes it.
roll, take one of her hands in both of hers. Can talk to me.
No, I can't. She walks back inside.
Damn.
Get memed on, kid.
I guess when y'all walk in, music will be. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, a slight alteration. Should say, no, I can't.
Okay.
She's not that brutal.
But I guess if they walk back in, Verdrick will be asking this person, is there any other taverns in town?
Make an investigation check.
He's asking.
Oh, you're asking.
Yeah, he's asking.
Persuasion.
I'm like, why?
No, he's asking the
he's
girl.
asking
I apologize. I thought you said you had left and started looking around. I apologize.
No, she
there
said
is
died.
only one. This is a small village. It's only got the one inn, which is yeah. They haven't expanded quite far enough because when you're near a place that's, you know, a graveyard,
Yeah.
people don't tend to want to set up a home near a place where many people see it as either bad luck or sorrow. Either way, it's not comfortable for most.
This graveyard. Where is it exactly?
Ivory Hills.
Ivory Hills, yeah.
Okay, that's what Ivory Hills is?
Ivory Hills, it is a city, but it is also a graveyard.
Oh,
Wow.
I didn't know.
It was
Okay.
originally set up as
That's fucking
A
metal.
place-
Isn't it the no weapons thing?
what do you mean the no weapons thing?
Like you can't have a weapon in the premises or something like that?
It's one of those places, yes.
Yeah.
Unless you have a
The
permit.
Black Garden,
Yes.
something like that.
Yes, the Black Garden is where, in Ivory Hills, where the graveyard actually is. It is part of Ivory Hills. It's referred to as the Black Garden.
Okay. Let me write that down.
So Ivory Hills is referred to as the Black Garden.
By some. It also does have a place in it that is called the Black Garden.
Excuse me.
So it's called Ivory Hills, and in it there's a place called the Black Garden.
Which is a graveyard?
Yes. It is a graveyard where there was nobility who were buried there. So it is actually a deep graveyard.
And likely where the vampires might be. Okay.
Likely.
Okay.
Well, Kale's gonna stay in a tavern.
Yeah, in that case, Beard's gonna be like, we'll be staying in the tavern. You two. And he looks at Bo and Naivara. I'm not sure we will be able to get rooms for.
I'm curious. I'm heading back over there.
Is there a lake nearby?
I stand outside just to see what happens.
Bro would ask if there's a lake or a river out nearby.
Not incredibly close.
Dang it.
I guess we'll go back to the tavern then?
I want to
don't
see
know.
if he screams cursed.
Okay. And what is Bo
Sure,
doing?
I'll head back now.
So you go back and Bo goes back, or
Sure, yeah, I'm bored.
Okay.
I love the chaotic energy between these two right now.
Let's see what happens.
he like you enter and he looks up he looks at you and he's just like he like slowly puts his head down on the thing and just like, get out of my face, please.
He's still
We
on
got-
charge.
No,
We got rid of
he
the
looks
cursed
he looks
coins.
beat to hell tired.
Wow.
Yeah, we got rid of the cursed coins that were in your establishment, and I'll hold one up.
I don't have.
I can cast detect magic when you found the six necrotic the 6 necrotic curse coins where you had double stay. Just saying.
We would like some rooms.
Make a persuasion.
Yeah, walking past them.
Make a
Like
persuasion
Like
check.
having.
Persuasion check? Okay.
Wait, who?
Beardrick.
Why?
He's saying I would
No,
like
I
some
don't know
rooms.
why. Yeah.
Having nothing to do with them.
I know,
Yeah.
like,
We're just. Well,
But you guys walked in with us.
No,
You guys
no,
walked in.
we walked in specifically after you guys did. Like we waited for this whole exchange to happen.
But
Then
we're
we
not.
walked
We're
in.
not like. If this guy is.
I'm wondering if
already
he just
kind
thinks
of,
you're
like,
cursed,
not gonna
like,
let
just because
in.
you opened in or walked in, period.
I don't know. Either way, like, I don't. Vierdrick wasn't trying to exactly keep distance from those two.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what you get on the persuasion check is a 15. He looks at you for a second and he's just like, how many?
how many do we have again?
We have
anyway,
5, technically.
All
but he's-
together, 5.
5.
That's a lot of people. I think I've got five rooms. And he's fumbling for something. Like he picks up a key and it just like you just watch it slide through his fingers and drop to the ground. He's just like fucking bends down and he bumps his head against the thing. Like, oh, picks
You
it
look
up.
like
And,
you need some rest.
no, I've got
Actually-
business to run. I'm fine.
Don, can I try something on him?
Don't cast.
Can I attempt?
I can just cast this. Like, straight up, I just have the spell.
Calm emotions.
Mhm.
Wisdom save, right? Or is it charisma save? Charisma
That
save.
won't-
Christmas saving
Okay.
throw.
That is
If-
okay.
Wait, what now?
That won't help him not be tired.
No, but it'll help him calm down and stop thinking people are fucking cursed and freaking out about it.
He's not really freaking
That's
out right
not
now.
like-
He's still freaking out a little bit,
he's-
but he's right now focusing on the gnome. But charisma check save with disadvantage. What's your spell save DC?
I believe it's 16.
Oh yeah, he fails.
Yeah, it's 16.
Yeah, he seems to relax from all that aggression and whatnot. You see him, he picks up the keys and he's like 5 rooms. Yeah, he sets them down in front of you. He looks at you and he's like, yeah, just kind of like leans back slowly. You just see him like slowly begin sliding his back down. All of a sudden, you hear him just sit. You watch him just sit down and just like slowly just thump.
Well, I guess we're not paying.
Zadim leaves 3 gold on counter for the room.
Verdrick, the literal cop, just fucking went and took some hotel keys without paying.
Yep, he sure did. No chill.
He was
Kalei
planning on
goes
paying
to her
it in the
room.
morning anyway, but he was just making.
Nivara just leans down so she can whisper this in Verdrick's ear. I didn't expect for him to pass out. I just wanted him to calm down.
His aggression was the only thing keeping him awake.
Wow. Literally
Wow.
spiting himself.
And he just looks at Bo, like, tugged Navarro's, like, dress a little bit and just look. Welcome to my world.
Oh my gosh.
My question is, do you know what he meant by that?
He's used to people being aggressive and calling him cursed.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Kalei goes to her room and will rest and have a good night.
Oh god.
Anyway, I guess now that everyone has their keys, we can do whatever we want, right?
Wait, actually, is it like late in the evening?
It is in the afternoon, not late, but it is in the afternoon.
Oh. How far away are we from Ivory Hills?
You're only a couple hours by walking.
Oh, so we could have just entered Ivory Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have we not talked to the woman? Most likely, yes.
No, even with talking to the woman.
Oh,
Oh,
hell.
Jeez, why don't we just go and do
we
that?
didn't say earlier
Why?
we were going to get information inside Ivory
Yeah.
Hills.
You decided to go.
Oh,
peek
is
into
that
the,
what we decided?
You guys did also decide at that time that you wanted to look at the inn, which is why all this happened.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I
Oh.
thought we were getting information, staying here, and then going.
Oh,
Wouldn't it be safer that way?
I assumed that it was evening because
It's
we
afternoon.
came across because we paid attention to an inn. But
It's
if,
afternoon.
If it's afternoon, Kalei wouldn't have gone for a room. She was just, voted to go straight to Ivory Hills.
That's fair.
Verdrick would say that if we're dealing with vampires, that'd be better during the
Do
daytime.
not. Yeah.
I think it'd be better if we walked there in the morning. Then we'd have all day to find information and, not get jumped by vampires in broad daylight.
Not gonna jump, period. I don't think they're gonna do anything in broad daylight. Excuse me.
Okay.
Do a lot anyway.
I mean, that's what Verdrick would say. I don't know what anyone else would care about.
I feel like Verdrick would point that out, and then Navarro would pretty much have the face of, oh, right. That's the thing.
Kalei would just shrug and go, okay, I mean, we don't really know if they even know about us.
No,
So-
but it's safer.
I suppose. It's not like the whole city's been evacuated or anything.
Well, we also did have
what-
vampires stalking our camp before that weren't part of the actual group. So if they've turned more people into those spawns...
But yeah, that's because we encroached upon their territory.
I don't think that... Do
This-
spawns have territory? No, that's an out of character.
They'll
question.
have,
Asking, do I know
like-
that?
they'll have like a den of sorts, like a place where they rest.
Yeah, but their den wasn't near where they were.
What
Sure.
if?
With the rolls you've made before, you're not sure. Because you guys have rolled about this sort of information before.
What if we walk over, we don't enter the city, we camp out far enough away that we are not obvious, and then in the morning you walk in and we do our information gathering?
I vote we actually just go to the city now, and I have one reason and one reason. Our luck. With our luck, something awful could happen tonight.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, if they're just gonna keep going, like, to other places, then clearly they're gonna do something tonight and then move on, or at least over the next few nights they'll do it. Just like the idea of catching them in the act is, being there when they do it, like. So, that's my thought.
That is true.
I honestly vote we should go now. Not take the chance of them doing something nefarious tonight.
In that case, we should go with the demons. We can
What?
keep it in. We can keep it in sight, but not have to go in town.
I still think we should go in town. I think we should just go in town and act like nothing's wrong. Nonchalant. No.
I vote we go in the city.
I do as well.
Then Nayara's the deciding factor.
If we're gonna go in the city, then fine. I don't feel comfortable walking at night, considering that we've run into devils, demons, and disembodied hands.
He holds up the globe. Pure daylight. The second I'll activate.
Once. And it only
Do you know
lasts
how
for so
long it-
long.
It lasts for a good amount of time.
How long?
If I remember correctly, it's like
If I remember correctly, demons and devils aren't too affected by daylight.
that's not what we really have to
Well, no.
worry about.
We're worried about vampires and such, but our luck is also that we get jumped in the middle of the night by said creature. There
If
have-
we
It's
stay out,
an hour.
if they know we're
Yeah.
coming, that means that us hiding in the woods makes us an easier target.
I'm not saying camp out. I don't even want to camp out. I don't even want to leave at night.
Well, it is currently the afternoon. If we go to the city, we get a room there, and we don't have to do anything until the next morning.
Okay.
In the city or
Man.
outside the city?
In the city.
Yeah, alright.
Virdrick will sigh, but he'll be like,
I'm not arguing. I'm too tired to argue.
then we leave now.
I take the keys from everybody, I put them back on the table. I
I
take back my 3 gold. And we leave.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, we
This
leave.
guy's
now.
gonna think that we have, like, that we're sleeping in there. Like, he'll be like, wait, where'd they go?
Was that a fever dream?
They didn't pay for their rooms.
Oh god.
I'm gonna be too tired to even know what really happened.
He's gonna be in one of those states where he's too tired to just give a fuck.
Yeah. He's gonna get a good 16 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then wake up just like the.
Hey
What?
Dawn.
Hmm.
If the dude was gonna get back to me through letter or whatever, where would he send it? Would he send it to a tavern?
He has another way of getting back to you.
Oh, okay. Is it
He's prepared.
something?
You'll
Then
be made aware
I don't have
of
to worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, he's scrying on you. He knows.
I just didn't know if I needed to like check places or something.
No worries. You're
Okay.
aware he will get back to you.
Okay.
A mysterious pigeon arrived. It has a letter in its beak.
Well, I guess we gonna be leaving then.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get
Okay.
going. People are burning.
People are burning!
Mm.
I just thought of something awful that a part of me wants to do.
So you guys are moving into Ivory Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what is
But
the
it
thing
might-
you want to do?
It might get Arcus stabbed. Because I don't know Virdric's switch reflex.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go against my better judgment.
So
Yeah,
you're
my
doing
bad.
it.
I don't know.
Against
By
your
the-
versus
By the way,
Hmm?
on our travels, have we came across a river?
Come across a river. Further south you've come, as of right now, you have not come across any rivers.
A part of me wants to just summon the patron and have her talk to Virdric like this is normal. A small part of me does.
This would not be a good idea.
It isn't.
I don't know what you're gonna decide.
Yeah.
She's not gonna do it.
Okay.
So you guys decide to take the next couple of hours to get into town, which by the point you're actually arriving in the town is sundown.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
nice.
And you decide to enter the city.
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's what everyone seemed to be wanting.
Mm-hmm.
So you enter the city. The place is completely overcast. And as you look around the place has a somber sort of air. Very dark buildings, overcast shadows from even the buildings themselves. You hear a lone dog barking in the background. Eventually, you do see an inn. This place is much bigger than the village from before.
Cool.
It's a town, not a city, from what you can tell. A place that's certainly bigger, not as populated as a city, so it's not like thousands of people, but it's a good couple hundred at least. And that means there's probably going to be maybe a few inns or here and there, which will give you more chances to work with. And as you were approaching, you noticed one thing that stood out, silhouetted by the sun or light, that just only vaguely peeked through the clouds. You can only barely tell that the sun was peeking through to let you know what time it was as sundown. But there's a massive tower that seems to be peaked more towards the back end of the city. It looks like it was situated more central, but they seem to have built a little bit more northward recently. Some of the buildings look to be either unfinished or in the process of being built up.
What color is this tower?
It is ivory, white. It's not actual ivory, from what you can tell, but when the light hits it, it has a sheen of this just pure white. Probably granite of some sort, but the sheen is quite nice.
Mm-hmm. A tower of white stone. Interesting.
I didn't think about that.
What I thought of.
What?
I was gonna say, like, is it the namesake?
I did not mean to make that connection, but you know what? I'm rolling with it anyways.
You know what I thought of when you said it?
What do you think of?
Color gauge, beige to you. How white?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, as soon as Mad mentioned it as white stone, I realized that it sounds very Critical Role-y, and that was not my intention with this.
Is it
but
made of white stone?
it is made of a granite, of a very white granite. So yes, it is a white stone tower.
Well, white stone's different than a white
Yeah.
space stone.
Yes, but when he mentioned that, I'm just like, interesting.
There is no tower in white stone.
I know there's no
is there?
tower in Whitestone. It was just the fact that
Yeah.
it is called, the tower is made of Whitestone that I didn't consider at that time. That's why I was like, that's just a funny little thing that I subconsciously didn't realize. You learn something new every day.
Indeed. Alright, so I guess we go into the inn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spend the night there.
The nearest inn is called the Shady Spot Inn, and it shows just like a depiction of a figure, just cloaked so you can't actually see who they are, just seeming to rest and relax with a shady branch over them. Looks pleasant. Peaceful.
I was hoping he had. I was hoping he had one of those sleep caps on.
Possibly. It's hard to tell with this depiction. Whoever drew it didn't do the best, but they clearly put some effort into making this look like a nice place.
Mm-hmm.
The person inside, as you enter, is a dwarf. Very thick-chested, beard done up in various braids that look like they're actually meant to be thrown over the shoulders. But he looks a little bit tired, but not as tired as the last guy you spoke with. Kind of looks up at you guys, you enter, and he just kind of...
What kind of dwarf does this look like?
Hill dwarf. He doesn't have
Yep.
the thick nose that mountain dwarves have.
A part of me wanted to speak to him in undercover and see what happened.
He does not have the dark skin for that. And the balding head, of course. Well, that's something that they have.
I know, it just tickles me. Is Beardrick balding?
No.
He has a
He's a
healthy
gnome.
head of hair.
I know he's a gnome.
What does that mean, Guru? What?
Deep gnomes aren't having the same balding as Duergar.
They bald still.
They bald,
They're
A
yes.
lot of them.
The whole reason that I made that joke is because deep gnomes are also technically called darker gnomes or kind of.
Also, if I remember correctly, most deep gnomes are bald.
It's true. I
Depends on the deep gnome.
specifically asked.
Wait, I have a question then. How does she not have sunlight sensitivity?
Deep gnomes
Deep
don't.
gnomes don't have that. Yeah.
That's so weird.
I'm aware.
Kalia would approach the dwarf
Looking for
and
rooms. In space, we got rooms.
5 rooms, please.
5 rooms? No.
I can share one with somebody if need be. Actually, I think it's group up, circle, huddle. I think it's
Take your
smarter
time.
to do groups. It's smarter just in case we do get jumped in our rooms like y'all were worried about, right?
She points to Yuba and then Nivara. You two should go together.
The boys can share a room. I mean, I can share a bed with Beardrick for small.
I
Purely
vote against
business,
this.
Beardrick. Beardrick is purely business.
He's like looking at you, not impressed. He does not think this is.
No, but
Yeah, no.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
you should be on fire right now.
But
Because he
yeah, by the
stared
way,
at you like that.
something hilarious is I looked up deep gnomes. Under hair colors for males, it just says bald. Yeah, like there's no other hair color for males. Like almost all, like legitimately, almost all deep gnomes are bald.
You're
Beardrick
like,
is so
you've
spiteful.
been
that-
cast out from Deep Gnome Society
Yeah,
because
'cause
you're
he's
the
got
only
hair.
You freak!
He just has he just took a lot of hair tonic. Don't worry about it.
That's why
Yeah,
he's hiding in the
plugs.
bag.
He had hair plugs.
Oh god! He's hiding in the bag. He's fucking
The
like
Constitution
special
saved-
ordered hair
The
tonic.
Constitution saving all the coughing was because like he inhaled too many fumes.
Now, guys.
Anyway. Oh, there it is. Thank goodness.
Your hair tonic? I'm sorry.
No, I was looking for
We
this.
will have two.
2 rooms. Yes, 2 rooms.
Gold piece per room.
Weird and Claire seem to get along.
I will pay a gold piece.
Khalil will pay a gold piece.
I will pay the other.
No,
Oh wait, no,
that
there's
is
only
2
two.
gold
There's
pieces.
two.
It is 2 gold
He
pieces.
still wants to
Dietrich,
pay another
please.
one. You want to share? Fuck that shit.
Bro, please don't make me do this.
It is for the best.
Yeah, I mean, he is safest.
Steaming like a vegetable.
It's
Don't worry,
correct.
this place is plenty safe for you. People who travel tend to want to group up. I understand enough. Name's Regis, and who do I have the pleasure of having in my establishment?
Is his hair gray?
Graying.
My name is Bo.
Oh,
It's nice
you-
to meet you, good sir.
Nice to meet you as well.
He leans forward into Regis's ear and says,
She.
"She,
Don is
she leans into Regis's ear and says, "Are you a lord, Fedra?"
Am I a lord? Why? Do I have the air and appearance of authority? Because if so, it's because I own a fucking bar. Trust me, it gets the job done when people think that they can be high and mighty with me.
Oh, sure.
Hmm.
I don't tend to take kindly to people thinking that they can just walk all over my face. I have a good face. He kind of rubs his chin, just like, how dare they?
I didn't touch you.
I'm not talking about you, lady.
What?
You tall, you buff, you good looking. I ain't thinking you're gonna lay hands on me.
She looks at this guy dead in the eyes, just like, I wouldn't touch you if it was the end of the world.
Good. Then we're in agreement. He shrugs, just like, good for you.
Beardrick is looking away, trying to kind of hide a smirk. He thought it was funny.
Navarre
You're not my type anyway.
We heard of a Regis before, who was a lord. Well, he called himself Lord Regis.
Hmm?
Who was riding around on a horse, making people... putting people in positions they shouldn't be. So,
Oh, you're talking about Lord Regis. Dick. Yeah, he's one of those who I had to sit in his place and make sure he understood that he had to go to a new inn because he was trying to throw his weight around like he owned the place.
When did you do this?
I'd say about 3 days ago.
Do you know where he went?
Khalil's gonna cast
Different
Detect
one.
Magic.
Casting Detect Magic, the place is... He has a mug that is magical.
In the smog!
No, I think I know what it
But-
actually is.
In terms of anything else, nothing pings.
I feel like they might have gotten a little bit too scared of him to do anything.
Nah, I'm not scared. He didn't look scared at all. What he did look was pissed off, which he should be. His friend, some asshole named Hezor, I've actually seen him around. He used to be a decent enough fella. Now he acts like he's got 2 thumbs shoved right up his ass to make him smile.
Navarre looks at her thumb and looks up in thought, trying to actually figure out how that would work.
Yeah, you gotta get them way up there.
Khalil's eyes stay wide, just as she looks at everyone else, just like,
Navarre just shrugs.
So they didn't
I
stay
got
here?
nothing.
Nah, didn't let him stay here. Hezor I would have been fine with. He was polite as could be, but when his friend wasn't let in here, he was like, nah, I can find somewhere else. I'm like, well, good on you. Have fun. TTFN, ta-ta for now.
Which one was Ezor? What does this person look like?
That's the fucking look at teeth closed. We both like, what? He's very
he-
confused.
Huh?
What? Not I.
You look like
Oh, shit.
Hey, quiet
hoity-toity
down,
looking.
you two.
Someone's screaming in the
Sounds-
background.
Do y'all
Sorry,
hear
children fighting.
Don't mind that. Sorry.
Oh, fuck.
good? If it's Savannah, maybe.
Sorry, I'm doing my laundry too, so.
You're fine.
you good? I do that all the time.
Tell Savannah we
Yeah.
said hi.
Savannah!
Yeah.
They say hi.
She can't. It's just.
I said some. I yelled her name, and then she said, "What?"
I heard
that.
We could hear.
We heard her.
Yeah. Okay, you heard that?
Yes,
and
we
then,
heard distinctly.
When she realized it was you guys, she smiled.
Ah. Okay, so hoity-toity, dressed in satin.
Regis was, yeah.
Where did they go?
Well, what is he?
We went to a
I'm
different
trying to
one,
figure out-
probably closer to
I'm
the actual tower out there.
I was trying to list like names because I have the entire company as described, but I don't have full names.
We have Regis, who's the hoity-toity asshole of the group.
Did they have a woman with them?
Yeah. Oop.
Did you catch her name?
Catch her name. Leanne. I'll spell it for you.
Is it spelled Leanne?
Nope.
Too easy.
God damn it!
Leanne. She used to work as part of the guards folk before Hezor asked her to be part of his guard and whatnot. She,
I hope you guys are taking. Oh, sorry.
yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
And there was a furbolg amongst them as well.
Eldor. Yeah, he was looking right sad and downtrodden like he normally does. He's not much of a smiler, that one.
So you know all of these people.
I get names if I don't know them. I put out fingers, and I've had a couple days to do so. Why? Do they do something
I'm
illegal?
to have a nice long talk over
No,
a
leave
nice expensive bottle of alcohol.
The least expensive? To have a long talk? You're probably only going to get only a short while in if you're only using a cheap bottle.
That's weird.
She sets down 50 gold. Ooh.
Now we're talking. We'll actually get
There
some
you go.
good shit. Go get yourselves settled in your rooms and all that fun stuff, and we'll talk. Takes the 50 gold, and I'd say that's a good place to end the session.
Cool.
Crew, we've
I have 1,000 gold on me. Fuck it.
we haven't even
Insane.
played for 2 hours.
We've played for over
What?
2 hours.
No, we started at like 4:45. We have
Yeah.
not played for 2 hours.
Yeah,
What
we
time
have.
is it?
We've played for almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
yeah.
Almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. We started at 3:45 for me. It's 6:42.
When I pull up the recording,
at
it shows
4.
me how long it's been.
I think we started at 4.
Nope.
My computer's
Also,
time must be fucked.
before we hop off, one other thing. Beardrick, roll an insight check.
Oh, okay. Let me get to my computer. Hold on. Oh. Okay, insight.
Don't we end at like 1:30 normally? Sorry, in like 45 minutes. Usually.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to take my headset off, Mom. Open the door. Oh, God. And she brought cold with her. The Floridian.
Okay, next session's gonna be fun.
Mhm.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
Next session's going to be
Nothing.
fun. Don't worry
Nothing.
about it. It's the
Nothing
next
going
session.
on. Bye.
So, thank you everyone so much for watching. Y'all are great people. Always a good time to have. And if you're watching this on YouTube, as I'm sure you are, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell if you want to keep updated with the posting of these episodes. Leave us a like if you enjoyed it. Leave us a comment letting us know how we can improve it. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike and let us know how we can improve, because we're always looking to make this even better for our dear viewers. If it's about the sound, I know I'm still working on ways to improve it, but I need to earn money, so I can therefore get equipment to be able to actually be good sounding, but that takes time as well. So, one thing at a time. In the meantime, though, if you want to follow us at twitch.tv/whatteamcomp, we are streaming these on there for you to be able to enjoy and watch as we are doing them. And until next time, we've been What Team Comp, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.
See ya.